check this out. Yo, check this out.
Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I was noticing some mic issues earlier through Streamlabs, and it might be fixed. I guess we're about to find out, though. Hopefully everybody is having a great day / night so far, though. What's up, Pop? How's it going, Slink Dog? Make sure I get live chat turned on. Yeah, there you go. How's it going, Guz? What's up, NC Dad 25? Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I've been getting a little experimental with it. Audio's groovy and clear. Heck yeah. Also, welcome, Mandy. Welcome, Al. Welcome, Al. Hey, welcome back, Real American Pirates. Heck yeah. Hopefully you're doing well. Oh, and that reminds me. I was thinking about ways to spread your music afterwards. Just it kind of hit me when I was just I don't know, going through my sleepless few hours after stream editing. And I was like, oh, obvious answer, use TikTok. TikTok is going to be huge for spreading music, as long as you do it right. I'm not the guy to say if you're doing it right or wrong, because I tried a little bit of TikTok and it works a lot differently than YouTube Shorts, from what I could tell. But if you can figure that out, you'll be well on your way to getting your songs out there. How's it going, Tiffy? Geniuses, lovers, listeners, chatters, what up? Heck yeah. How's it going, Crichton John? Before I go nuts with requests, how many Mafra songs have you done now? I think all of them, except for I saw there was a brand new one. I don't remember what song it's for, but I think I've done all of them up until then. I can check here in a moment, though. Which I actually need to pull up YouTube on my other monitor anyways. Mafra. I'm pretty certain. Can somebody tell me if I've listened to Impose, the Bad Omens Impose Mafra vocal cover? I feel like I have. I don't know why it's not showing that I've viewed it though. But yeah, I know for a fact I haven't seen the Plot in You yet, because I remember seeing that one pop up. Except you sound like you're sick, but not my issue. Yeah, that's from lack of sleep. I just woke up, so I had time to take a short nap before I started streaming. So I got like 40 minutes in or something. Because last night what ended up happening, excuse me, is I stayed up till 2 a.m. editing. I got so tired to the point, because I'd already drank coffee and was on caffeine and I was still crashing. So I was like, I'm just gonna go sleep for a few hours. So I went to bed till I think 7 in the morning at that point. And then finished editing at around noon. And then from then I did like real work. I had to catch up on some hours. So busy day today and yesterday. That, and I'm really haven't drank very much water today. I've been so hyper focused on things that I haven't even thought about it. I saw the tiny snippet of new music you had in your last video. Yeah, that's the song I was talking about a couple of weeks ago. So the reason why that's not out is I've ran into an issue. So with that specific synth, I'm having issues timing it because it randomly plays at like a slight differential. And all the randomizers don't seem to affect that very much. So I'm trying to get it so it's more contained into a smaller area for each time a note plays, because you can't really sing to a tune that doesn't even stay consistent itself without it sounding a little weird. So I'm trying to figure out, I've been trying to troubleshoot that. Yeah, thank you so much, NCDad25. I appreciate it with the Mafra Silence cover. Heck yeah. Love Mafra here, which by the way, I need to subscribe to Mafra and get those noties on. There we go. And I'll pull that up right here. Oh wait, I don't even need to type it in. I'm already on the page. There we go. Oh, thank you, Pop. I appreciate it with the guaranteed. Got a Little River Band, Parallel Lines. Heck yeah. Always love some Little River Band too. Is that post or pre well, that doesn't make sense. Is that post John Farnham or when John Farnham was there? There, that makes a little more sense. Which post Farnham, the song? Okay, I gotcha. So I hate TikTok, but we are on there. Thanks so much. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to picture, because people on TikTok, they love old music and old sounding music as background songs on their videos. So if you can find a way to get people to use your songs in their videos, I don't know what audio they'd use it for now, but a lot of those songs that sort of have that more stylized sound, that's how they blow up. I don't know. That'll be up to you to figure that out though. Not an easy task. Your voice sounds better than last night. It's that lower tone probably from stressed vocal cords. Yeah, I haven't had the chance to upload all of them yet. NC Dad. There we go. NC Dude. I guess that works, but yeah, that's something I still need to catch up on. Heard about the shooting in Washington where I did not hear about that, Jackson. But how's it going? Yes, Mandy, exactly. That okay. Can someone remind me in Discord to set that and because I can set Streamlabs. I think I talked about this to set like just send a notification at the very start to say that. Okay. Anyways, though, let me make sure I got this pulled up with audio. Oh, and then I do want to like actually start talking about the Noah Khan video really quick. If you like Noah Khan, definitely check out that video. I've put a lot of time and effort into getting that out. It is the longest video I have up to date at 2.5 hours, just about a little under. I think technically my first Hozier album reaction, no, second Hozier album reaction was going to be about that long until I had to cut down the songs by like 50% just to be able to post it. But I'm not counting that because the end product couldn't be 2.5 hours long. So longest project to date. And the quickest turnaround I've had on a project like that. That I still spent a lot of time on it. It just, I've never done that. Like that was less than 24 hours of recording. What is... There we go. I couldn't scroll on my other monitor. It is a dumb setting, Mandy. I appreciate it, Pop. Alrighty. Anyways. Let's get into this track. The Plot in You, Silence, the Mafra vocal cover. As per usual, as per tradition with these Mafra vocal covers, I've never heard the original, so here we are, once again, hearing the Mafra vocal cover first. Alrighty. Let's listen.
I don't feel youthful. I don't feel sad. I don't fuck with these pills anymore. These days move so fast, and I'm starting to notice the ones I held closest take more than what they give back.
A whole new sound.
Yeah, I used to seek violence, now I use silence as my proper means for attack.
Holy, oh my gosh.
Took a lot of time, but I'm not complaining. Took a lot of paranoia moving through the stages. Every single time I get the feeling that I'm breaking. Think about another time when I was fucking nameless. Mark my words, this ceiling comes with separation. When you get this tape, the feeling comes with desperation. Beat me down, rip my heart in two. There's nothing that you can take. I know it's true. So let me be when the skies tread this road till I've gone too far. Left in peace, kept in bites. Burn this life for the next to start. So let me be. Let me be. Let me be. 'Cause I'm dying to live. Not sick from the noise. I'll make my way through all that I have to. 'Cause I'm dying to live. Not been through the void. And I'll celebrate the fact that I have proof. A state of mind I never tried. I know that it's all my fault to justify the darkest times. never had control.
All right, I forgot to kind of pause on that one. That was really drawn into that one. That's by far my favorite that she's done so far, partially because I really love those vocals at the beginning. That's new. We haven't heard that from her yet, so I'm really glad that she chose a song like this to kind of flex a different part of her regular vocals, because that is completely different than the other stuff that she's done. But also I think just the song itself, like the production and everything in that, is actually more down my lane than a lot of the other stuff that she covers. So that also just makes me really love it even more. But I saw somebody mention it, and I was actually going to say the same thing. The Billie Eilish sound, her voice does sound a lot like Billie Eilish when she was doing those quieter vocals, because they both have like it's kind of like a lower tone. It's kind of hard to describe because it's a lower tone when they're doing these light, kind of higher pitch vocals at the beginning. I'm trying to think of a better way to put that, because it's kind of an oxymoron, and that's not my intention. I guess like the vocals, they have a light and airy sound, but at the same time they're a lower tone than what you'd expect from airy vocals like that. I guess that's the best way I can put it. But yeah, that is very impressive. I honestly, I shouldn't be surprised, but I still am, because I didn't know that she really was able to do that. Just because I've mostly, for the most part, heard these much more fuller vocals. Obviously the screaming, we knew that she could do that very well, but I didn't quite know that she could have that, what I like to kind of call like the ukulele girl tone when singing. A lot of girls that will like play on ukuleles on videos and stuff, they sing in that tone usually. I don't know why. That's the go-to though. So we've got an even wider range than what I ever knew, and at this point I just wanted to go to like every single genre and try different things, just so I can hear every little thing that she's able to do, because at this point there might be nothing that she can't do when it comes to vocals. It's all very impressive. But yeah, definitely my favorite that she's done so far, like by a lot too. I really like this one. She's getting better and better with each new release. That's what I'm thinking too. Is my favorite of hers as well. Speaking of Billie Eilish, sounds specifically like Happier Than Ever. Yeah, I can hear that. Starts off heavenly and light, angelic almost, and then the second half comes in and you know the rest. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Ukulele tone, okay, makes sense. That's what I'm saying. I think that's the absolute best way to describe it. You on Twitch, where some of these messages coming from? People like Guz or Self-Loathing, as you'll see him in chat, won't show up anywhere except for the screen unless you switch the chat from top chat to live chat for whatever reason. It only started happening whenever they switched over the names to be instead of usernames, it's the, I can't think of the actual word for that, but the little @ signs instead. Yeah, I definitely am very anti-political violence, Jackson. That is horrible. That is really bad. It's disgusting how often this is happening. But we'll use this as our escape from the outside world. This live stream is our escape. She knows her range, knows what listeners love. The scream, I love it every time. I will say, I wanted to do a song without a scream as like a little challenge. Wanted to try something new, where it's just like her vocals do all across the board minus the screaming. I like the screams that she does. I think she's very talented. But at this point, I just want to hear her do literally anything possible. Like try all sorts of new things. Even if there's things that she feels like she's not quite able to do yet, even though she probably can, I'd like her to give it a try. For the fun of it. Oh, Tiff, you're already on top of the the hidden messages. Sounds really good. Definitely agree. Billie started off with airy, kind of pitchy, bubbly, understandably, because she was young. As she's gotten... Oops, she's gotten more double... Oh, okay, I gotcha. More mature. Even music-wise, she's more settled into her sound, I think. No, that's 100% something that's happening, because she's been singing with more full vocals the longer that she's been doing this, which I'm really happy at, because at first, whenever I used to hear her only do the light and bubbly voice, and this is like no offense to singers that only do that, but usually it's the people that are less experienced that only use that style, and I was like, it's kind of crazy that she was blowing up at the time for doing that voice that a lot of people were able to sort of do when it comes to that sound. Like I said, it's the ukulele sound. And but now it's like she's definitely settled in as a really, really talented singer for sure. Because she does show off those fuller vocals quite a bit on her newer stuff. I think Mafra is still learning where she wants to take her genre. Maybe. I'm assuming what happened is that as her videos were blowing up, she kind of got boxed into thinking that she can only do metalcore style songs for the most part, and things are like adjacent to that genre, and that's probably why she's been mostly doing that, because even this is still like hitting that sort of metalcore sound here and there. But that being said, this could be a step in a direction to kind of step out of that box, but also we'll have to see. Hey, how's it going, Gregory? Love the rat emojis as per usual. I think she found her genre, but we'll see when she starts releasing her own original content. I am very excited for that. Okay. Anyways, let's get to the next track, which will be in the free list. Hey, we got Guz up first with Shattered Amethyst, the S-Boys, which you just said something not too long ago. I don't think I ever questioned much of the boys' older stuff, so thought I would today. This is one from an album from 2015, right when they were getting their popularity, and lyrics will be on Spotify. Okay, I gotcha. Sounds like a plan. I'll pull that up real quick. So Shattered. I like the name of that. Shattered Amethyst. That's not it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's do this. Shattered Amethyst by the S-Boys. Very dirty sound. All right, let me pause really quick. Also, holy cow, we're already over halfway through this song. It's almost like it's infantilized, like these lyrics are a bit. The way that both, well, the lyrics themselves and how they are delivered, with like the sort of the very whiny voice at the beginning with the FUB, I'm here all by myself, I tried the belt but couldn't get it tight enough. Like that whole section had a very like infantilized sound to it, which at first I was like, oh, that's a little odd, but I actually think I like it because it almost, I feel like it emphasizes just how bad the drug use was at the time, where at the point where their state of mind was at such a like tough point that it really I don't know, like they'd almost devolved a bit. It's kind of what it sounds like. But yeah, this is an odd beat too. I really don't know how I feel about it yet for sure, because on one hand I kind of like it, but on the other hand it's so out of place for them. I feel like their beats are either usually more complex or they have a lot of samples. This one feels very, very simplified compared to a lot of their stuff, which also makes sense because it is a bit earlier. But it's definitely an odd song from them. Very, very different from the usual. Thank you so much, NC Dad. I appreciate it. With the Pretty Wild Sleepwalker. Ooh, heck yeah. Add that to the queue. There we go. First line, yeah, the first line is kind of it's kind of crazy. That twinkle beat in the background reminds me of the ice cream truck. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to listen to that without thinking about that now. that is very accurate. Oh geez, 1 second. Holy cow. Okay, this is gonna be gross and a bit TMI. So I had a cyst on my leg the other day. It was hurting really bad, so I was like, I'm just gonna pop this bad boy. And I squeezed it and it popped. And I'm just now noticing there's some blood on the ceiling from when I popped it. That's how high that thing went. That is gross. Alright, well, I know what I'm gonna be taking hydrogen peroxide to later. No spider this time, something... Not as bad, but still gross. I should have recorded that. That would have gone viral on TikTok. I can't believe I just noticed that though. That's something. I'm seeing Sleep Tokens Caramel. It does gonna have a similar sound to it. I don't care for that. I get that for sure. There's some things on this song I'm still on the fence. I don't think so. This will be anywhere near a favorite for me from them. I don't know them, so can't compare, but I don't mind the beat. Sounds cool to me. Hey, heck yeah. All right. Let me get back to this track. I'll go back a little bit.
Okay, here we go. Blade to my throat. Whole floor soaked with blood from a goat. Bag full of dope. Room full of smoke. All black coat with a wolf for a coat. Do you feel my essence? The present presence. My main goal in death is to blow up heaven. Don't get the message. Can't teach the lesson. Just a feeling that you get when you hang with peasants. Riding down Crescent. My weapon is also sharp and ready. Board of the 7th. The legend is that you won't see 20. Me and Lil Uzi full of cruelty. Just a product of the times. The
Okay. This one definitely sounds like a garage song compared to their other stuff. It's very, very raw, very relatively plain compared to every other song I think I've heard from them. I don't think it's bad. It is on the lower end, I think, of songs from them though that I have heard. Like I would listen to this again and I would enjoy it. Like I dare say I even think it's enough that I would add it to my playlist like I just did just now. Just because I don't know, it's almost like something where almost anything they put out I'm automatically kind of gonna like at this point. Just because I like first of all, I like their vocal styles, I like their different flows, and I do like that they kind of just experiment all the time. But this is definitely, you can tell this is an older track, that's for sure. Chat as well, writing not so much, he's fatigued and has pus covered ceiling. It's like that dog with the room on fire. That's what it's like over here. Guess I need to listen to more of them then. If y'all hating on it this much, their other stuff must be really good. Oh, it is. Oh, it definitely is. Definitely not their best work, but I do like the style. And I think that's very valid. But yeah, their other stuff is really good. Yeah, this is fine, dog. Alrighty. Anyways, we've got NC Dad with the Pretty Wild Sleepwalker up next. Pull YouTube back up. Oh no, I think you sent this in a few weeks ago, if I remember right. Do you have another song in mind? Because I didn't recognize it until I saw, because I knew I recognized something about it. I just assumed it was a band I listened to. So yeah, I've heard that one. Honestly, it might have been a month ago at this point. It was a while back when we listened to this one though. I immediately remember that thumbnail. I'm on so many, I need a spreadsheet to keep track of what I request. I'll send another. All right, yeah, sounds good. Just let me know. Play something else for now, and I'll send you a different one. Okay, sounds good. No, yeah, I get you. It's hard to keep track of these songs, especially if you're going to a lot of different streams and sending in just a lot of requests. I mean, you witness me on a daily or a streamly basis forget all sorts of songs that I've heard. Okay. So up next in that case we have Al with Cherry Poppin' Daddies Zoot Suit Riot. All right, that sounds interesting, to say the least.
Imagine.
I feel like zoot suits are less cool trench coats. Have you done the Who Black Thunder? Yes, I did do that one. Yeah, you did request that one. Yeah, I think that one you also requested twice. Yeah, I seen see Dad and other streams must be getting confused with the request. Yeah, very, very valid. Happens to the best of us. Alright, sounds good, Mandy. Welcome back. Anyways, let's get into this track. NC Dad thinks on another one.
dancing in the trees. It's two cities and they're only pipes and chains and swinging hands. Who's your daddy? Yes, I am. Fat cat came
What
to
is
play.
going on?
Now you can't run fast enough. You best stay away when the pushers come to shove. Zoot, zoot, riot. Throw back a bottle of beer. Zoot, zoot, riot. A bullet home through your cold black hair. Zoot, zoot, riot. Throw back a bottle of beer. Zoot, zoot, riot. A bullet home through your cold black hair. Blow daddy. A whipped up jitterbug and brown-eyed man, a stray cat fronting out.
All right, let me actually just pause here. You know, this is a fun song so far. A little confusing, but past that, I think it sounds good. I think that the backing vocals was like Zoo Soo Riot, Riot. Those backing vocals right there, kind of a genius add-in. I think they actually make such a big difference in the song, especially because it's a relatively simple backing vocal to just kind of throw in. It's pretty much just an ad-lib. I think that does make a huge difference, and it sounds incredible. So I'm glad that they did that, because it has a very catchy sound the second you hear it. But yeah, I do like this song quite a bit so far, even if it is a bit on the odd side of things. A zoot zoot riot, riot. You could pull off a zoot suit riding. I could try. Like a gray one, because you know rats. Yeah, I'll get a gray one and I'll put like a little dangly rat nose on the hat. I just had someone react to this not that long ago. Is this like a really well-known song, or is it just a niche song that everybody just happens to know? I'm talking about I actually saw a shadow figure today. Female silhouette knocking on my front door. No sound, just the visual. Visible through the glass decoration on the door. Move desperately. Oh, I hate shadow people. Like when you see them out of the corner of your eyes and stuff. Ugh. I mean, that could go back to my hallucination days, where I was always seeing things for like a good 2 years. Oh, that was the worst. I hate when I see shadow people. Ugh. Especially because like off to my right, it's like just a big long hallway. So I can see like pretty far. There's just a lot of like that could happen in that space. Okay. Anyways, let's get back to it.
Man, a stray cat fronting out an AP's band. Cut me, Sammy, and you'll understand. In my veins, hot music ran. You got me in a sway, and I want to swing you down. Now you sailors know where your women come for love. Shoot some riot, throw back a bottle of beer. Shoot some riot, a bullet hole through your cold black hair.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I just see what I think I saw?
I think I'm about ready to sing it.
Heck yeah. I was thinking about it, and this song feels like if you handed a new age song to a big band like a big band that has like a jazzy sound. You're just like, hey, take this new age song and do something with it. And they just kind of took it and ran. It's a very odd combo of sound, but they somehow pull it off, even with it being a pretty goofy concept. I don't know. It does sound good though throughout. I love big bands in general. I think there's a lot of cool stuff going on in a band like that. But yeah, unexpected, but I'm all for it. Let's go with Evanescence. Who Will You Follow? 1 second. Let me see. Oh yeah, I forget I'm technically in full screen right now on Spotify. There we go. I'll double check if I've heard that before, or at least if I think I have. I don't know all the names of all the Evanescence songs I've heard, just because I've only heard like one album. Oh, is this a new song? Oh, okay, I definitely haven't heard that. To be honest, I didn't know that they were still I knew that they still performed. I didn't know if they were still making new music though. Okay, sick. Yeah, I'll do that one then. Yeah, I think as for what I've heard from Evanescence, it was their hit album. I'm pretty sure I've listened to all of Fallen. Yeah, I have. To be honest, I don't think I was huge on it. Like that album as a whole. I liked Bring Me to Life. I think as a whole though, there's a lot of songs that I was like, they're fine. So I'll have to see how I feel about this. It reminds me of listening to music with my grandfather. Heck yeah, that's a good memory to have. Observe the moment. The moment in my life no one will believe. Pretty crazy, like WTF, my dork, and Cam Cop movement too. Hey, I'm a firm believer of the supernatural, so you don't gotta convince me. Sounds like you need a cleansing. Can't remember the last time I bought a CD. I buy records for display, not to play. That's fair. I think, what was the last CD I bought? It had to have been at least within the last couple of years. It might have been a Matt Mason CD for I forget what it's called, but it's his Red album. That might have been the last one I bought. I think he needs to listen to Stray Cats. What is Stray Cats? Looking forward to this concert. I've seen Evanescence before, so not first time. May immediately at one of them, but first time seeing Spirit Box. Oh, have fun. Lightnings are supernatural, so I'm in the boat with you. Heck yeah. we're all on the same boat here. Yeah, there's a one time. I don't know if I've told this story yet. Sometimes I retell the same stories. Luckily, there's usually some new viewers each time. But there was... So my sister, this is maybe 10 years ago or so. She was using a Ouija board in the house, which... I'm not a condoner of Ouija boards. And she got a bunch of names from it. And this is all legit. So her and her friends, they were like talking to the ghost or whatever through the Ouija board. And there's full names given by those Ouija board. And my dad happened to just be learning things about the house like not too long after that and the previous owners. Like a long history because I have a really old house. And then he was talking about specific names of people that had died in the past in the house. And they were the exact same names, first and last, of the people that came from the Ouija board. And my sister thought he was messing with her and like overheard her. It didn't happen. It just, they happened to both hear him. It was kind of crazy. Oh, thank you. Sorry. I appreciate it. Also, welcome back. Ooh, some more Eric Gronwall. Born to Break original from upcoming album. Okay, sick. Let me add that to the list and then mark the guaranteed spots down to 1. There we go. Hopefully you're doing well. Snack time, Dunkin' Oreos and some blue milk. Heck yeah. I didn't end up getting a chance to buy that yesterday. I'm still gonna have to hope I remember a day after work or something where I can stop by the store and try it. I agree, Pop. I don't trust the Ouija boards. Oof, windows rattling thunder over here. Stay safe, Mandy, in case there's big storms in the area. Bantha milk. I have an idea. We rent a hotel and buy as many Ouija boards as I can and see what happens. That sounds like you're gonna open the gateway to hell itself or something. It sounds disastrous. Hanging in 1 month from today, I'll be at Eric's show getting all my stuff ready. Heck yeah. Hopefully you'll have a fantastic time there. Everybody's going to concerts. Okay. Anyways, let's get into this track. We've got Evanescence. Who will you follow?
When we hit the pothole, I work.
What have you done to me? You drained the life out of me till I don't know myself. When all your faith in reality fades away, who will you follow? Are we alone now? I can't find the way out. Keep waking in the same fever dream.
All right, let me pause here. I really, really like this, just first of all. Also, I think her voice is a lot better than what it used to be when I last heard it on those older, that older album. I assume that was their original album. I actually don't know, the blue cover one. But her vocals seem to be a lot better. I like this production a ton. I like it's a kind of a mix between piano ballad, a little bit of electronic, and then sort of metalcore. I like this mix of genres. It sounds really good. The first thing I thought of is like, is this going to be in Frozen 3? Are they going through like a goth phase in that movie, and this is going to be a song on there? Just because the mix of these very heavy, strong, just like vocals mixed with the piano ballad sound at the start, and then going into the rock music, I'm like, this feels oddly Frozen-esque. And I am an enjoyer of Frozen. Frozen 2 is an incredible movie. Don't let the first one stray you away if you didn't enjoy it. Do you prefer this voice-wise, Adele, or this? I think it really depends song to song, because this might be a hot take, but if you've ever listened to a full Adele album, almost every song is just fine, or just kind of, I don't know, she doesn't make very much good music. It's almost strictly the singles, in my opinion. That could be a hot take, but I've listened through a couple of her albums, and there really wasn't much there. Her vocals are good, I guess, throughout, but if it's not paired with good production, then it doesn't really sound, I don't know, it's not complimentary. But I guess that's kind of all music. You need a good complement with the production, whether you're doing something simple and really letting the vocal shine or otherwise, which is kind of what I think Adele does on some of her hits. Not all of them. Like the one that was on the more recent album was like 35 or something, 34. All of her albums are just her age. But whatever that one was, let me just pull up whatever that song was really quick, because that was a relatively simple produced song, but the vocals were incredible because they matched so well. No search, no results found for Adele. Okay, Spotify. Easy on me, that's what it was. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. Never heard any of her albums. Yeah, they're not really worth listening to be honest. Really, the singles is all you need. I think there's maybe just a couple songs I liked outside of the singles. Frozen 3 is set to release on November 24, 2027, while Frozen 4 is planned to release. They already have Frozen 4 planned? That's kind of crazy. Hello fits your description as well. That's another one where it's like the production is simple and the vocals are able to shine. There's also like a weird thing, not to go too far into the Adele tangent, but on a lot of her songs that aren't singles, the production is just crappier, like quality wise. So sounds aren't mixed as well. Like it's like the audio engineer, like they hire really good people for the singles, and then there's just a huge drop down in quality for the rest of the album. I don't know why, because it seems odd for how big of an artist she is, but there is a huge quality change. Anyways, though, let's get back to this. I'm really enjoying this Evanescence song. that's like Bring Me the Horizon or something.
What have you done to me? You trained the life out of me till I don't know myself. When all your faith and reality fades away, who will you follow?
Heck yeah. Well, that was actually a super sudden ending. I like that a ton. That's by far my favorite Evanescence song I've heard. First song I've heard from them that's better than Bring Me to Life or whatever, their hit song. It definitely is. All of their new music like this, have they completely strayed away from, because before I'd consider them like emo rock, emo metal, somewhere in that genre range. Now this is a lot more metalcore, which is a genre I like a lot more than what I do emo rock, emo metal for the most part. So if all their newer music is like this, I think I like new Evanescence a lot more than what I would their older stuff. Just because I couldn't get into the older stuff when I was listening to it way back then, other than the hit. But this is incredible. Very, very catchy. I love the vocals. I love how clear the piano is, despite it being a heavy, still heavier rock song. What's this called again? Oh yeah, Who Will You Follow? I'm adding it to my playlist. There we go. Third Frozen's gonna be about a wedding again. Can't describe, but this is reminiscent of their older song Going Under, or being one of their best songs. Great message, crazy looking video too. It's pretty good. I can't really speak on that too much. This is the only single from the new album. The new album is supposed to be out June 2026. Ooh, something to look forward to. Just in time for their concert. Oh, so you're getting all the new stuff then. Hopefully you enjoy it then, if it's all new. I knew somebody recently, someone I work with, they were going to a concert that they had bought tickets for a long time ago. And the artist that is like their favorite artist. And that artist just released a new album and it was terrible. And they were so annoyed because that was almost every song played at that new concert was from their new album, which was bad. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. Evanescence actually comes here to Arkansas quite a bit for tour. I remember church camp going to see them every year along with Skillet. Something about church camp and Evanescence. It's not necessarily two opposite things, I guess. It just feels odd. I think I have heard My Immortal. Oh, that sounds familiar. I just don't recognize. I can't think of what it sounds like off the top of my head. Okay, yeah, I definitely would have heard it since it's on that album. Yeah, but Skillet is Christian rock.
I'm so tired of being here.
So this is My Immortal. I'm playing a small little bit.
'Cause these wounds won't seem to heal. This pain, there's just when you cried, I'd wipe away
Oh, yeah, I remember this. just now.
Tears when you scream, I'd fight.
Yeah, that song's fine. I'm not trying to sound like a hater of older Evanescence. It just, to me, isn't nearly as good as this song is. Her vocals are really good on that one though. I honestly didn't remember her vocals being that good on that album, but I guess they were. It was what? I probably listened to that album 3 years ago though, to be fair, so it's been a while. Shared a pic on Discord of me and my wife meeting Amy Lee. Oh, sick. Let me take a little peek-see. Oh, that is sick. So that's like up close and personal and everything. That's awesome. I can share it on stream too if you don't mind, but that's up to you. It was 1:30 a.m. after the concert. She had to feed her baby and we waited for almost 2 hours in 40-degree weather. Oh my gosh. Want to see, please? All right, I'll pull it up. I'll even take down the rat filter. There it is. Yeah, that's definitely an up close and personal photo. But very, very cool. Okay. Get that watermark back on. Alrighty. Let's get to the wheel. Pull in all the names. If you haven't gotten your name yet onto the free request queue, make sure to do that. Mandy and Jackson, I'll throw your names up there as well. Okay. Spinderella. No, I got through 2 free, Al. Because I did Guz's and then I did yours. Okay. Either way, let me spin it. Spinderella, show us who's next. And we got Jackson. Jackson, are you still here? I'm hoping your stream isn't delayed like that one time. I'm wondering though, I might have to revisit old Evanescence. Sometimes if I return to songs that I used to not like, sometimes I'll like it later. I've had a few albums like that where there's some songs that I really don't like, and then I'll come back to them years later and I'm like, oh whoa, I can't believe I don't like this. I cannot be famous, can't handle all that attention. See, that's my thing, is like, I would hate doing concerts and stuff if I ever was like a famous singer or anything. Okay, anyways, looks like we're going to be moving on to the next pick. All right, let's respin. Yeah, I'm burping. Ooh, Crichton John, what were you saying about not being picked in a while the other day? Your time is nigh. Okay, and I know you're here, you just said something. So let's see what you've got for us tonight. Oh, some Dagny. Oh, with Steve Aoki. I like Steve Aoki. I like the cake throws. Okay. That watermark back on.
Fight AI.
It was just cool. She came out after all that time to meet us idiots that stuck around that long. That is really nice, and that definitely gets a lot of respect from me for her, because there's a lot of bands that really could give a crap. They do not care about the audience. They're there for the money, and then, which I mean, it's fine. It's kind of unfortunate when it's like, when you're an entertainer, it's like you owe everything to your audience. So it feels disrespectful whenever they're not able to just actually show any care for their audience. Although that, to be fair, that's above and beyond from her in that scenario. So I wouldn't expect every artist to do that. That's why masked bands are masked. Happened to me before. Sometimes you have to be in the right mood or headspace for a song to grab you. Exactly. Even sometimes there'll be songs that I'll hear on stream, and then I'll think about them later, and I'm like, you know, maybe I like that song more than I thought I did. %, you aren't who you are without your fans. Exactly. But she did have a young baby at the time, so wouldn't have been mad if she didn't come out. Yeah, exactly. It's like, that's really above and beyond on her part. I would not expect every artist to do that. Okay. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into it. Dagny, Steve Aoki, Hit Your Heart.
I can never see what was in my sight, 'cause I always had a vision that you held me tight. I was not afraid to be on my own.
This almost has a live sound to
But I
it.
was always ready to fight like a loaded gun. It was serious, serious. I never meant to let you down. I'm serious, serious. I really need to see you now. You know I'm coming back to you like a bullet. You know I'm coming back to you like a bullet, bullet, bullet. And I'm not gonna miss this time. And I'm not gonna miss my life. You know I'm gonna hit your heart like a bullet, 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 bullet. Like a bullet, 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 bullet. Never was a fortune lost so fast.
All right, let me pause here. I'm loving this. At first, I was a little worried. I'm like, I'm hoping this isn't too boring. Because at the beginning, there wasn't a whole lot going on. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of whatever. Like, I was kind of able to sort of get into it, but I was wondering where it was going to go. But as soon as that chorus hit, I knew I really liked the song. I really like Steve Aoki's production methods. And honestly, I was concerned about the live sounding vocals for this, just because it is a studio song after all, so it's kind of awkward sounding. But again, once the chorus hit, I was like, nope, this matches perfectly. This was a really, really good choice. Yeah, I like this a ton so far. Yeah, but also they can't entertain each and every fan, so that's nice for exactly. Yeah, that'd be quite the undertaking. It's incredible for, quite honestly. I know from having 5 kids, young babies are hard to keep up with. Needs to be had to be exhausted, but still came out to meet her fans. 5 kids, dang. That's like my family. I have 5 siblings. Poll: should Mandy do dad rock or an artist you've probably never heard of yet? You know what? I'll throw it up as a poll. Although this is just assuming that you get Wheel tonight, but we'll throw it up. Chad Rock or something probably new. There we go. I think because her voice doesn't sound so crispy clear is why it sounds live. Yeah, that the reverb that's used on it, and I'm pretty sure she's pretty far away from the mic when singing. Like probably at least a couple feet. The odds are in my favor already. Alright, anyways, let's get back to it.
So fast, and when it happened, I was shattered like a broken glass. Now I can still taste you on my lips, and when my eyes are closing,
There's also not very much vocal processing going on.
It's so serious, serious. I never meant to let you down. I'm serious, serious. I really need to see you now. So you know I'm coming back to you like a bullet. You know I'm coming back to you like a bullet, bullet, bullet. And I'm not gonna miss this time. And I'm not gonna miss my life. You know I'm gonna hit your heart like a bullet, 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 bullet. You know I'm coming back to you, back to you. Speeding through the night, I hold the trigger tight. I can't live this life. Don't you pity me now? Speeding through the night, I hold the trigger tight. I can't live this life. Don't you pity me now? You know I'm coming back to you like a bullet. You know I'm coming back for you. You know I'm coming back to you like a bullet, bullet, bullet. And I'm not gonna miss this time. And I'm not gonna miss my life. You know I'm gonna hit you like a bullet, 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 and I'm not gonna miss this time. And I'm not gonna miss my life. You know I'm gonna hit you like a bullet, 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 bullet.
Heck yeah. Already added this to my playlist. I like that chorus a ton. It's very, very catchy. I like the horns that are thrown in there at the start, like right when it kicks in. Well, the reverb vocals definitely took a second to grow on me. I do like them. I think a lot of it just does come down to the reverb and then there being little to no vocal processing during the verses. It's very raw vocals, which I guess it puts into perspective how much it's not like she over produces her vocals by any means, but tells you how much of a difference it can make in sound when you add different processing effects onto vocals versus when you don't, because it creates like this is a slightly more raw sounding song for that reason versus the other stuff is a lot more clean. Yeah, there's definitely a huge sound difference between the two types. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that chorus though. That's the main draw I think of this song. The verses are fine, but the main draw for me is definitely the chorus. But again, Steve Aoki to me is kind of like that guilty pleasure genre where it's like the EDM-y, dubstep-y electronic music that I just really am easily able to get into, but it's a bit of a guilty pleasure, not gonna lie. Alrighty, anyways, I'm going to be right back and then I will be back to it. Sound good?
Mr. Bankman. Mr. Bankman. Mr. Bankman. Mr.
I'm back. Looks like the in choice was Dad Rock Mandy. Okay. Going to request a song from their concert in London last night. Do you want the new Spanish song, Ego or Ritual? Which band was this? Oh, is it The Warning? I honestly, I don't know. I don't know which one I'd prefer. I think I'd be fine either way. Alrighty. Anyways, let's pull up that queue. Make sure I got everybody's name in there. Looks like we are good. Let's spin it. Hey, Tippy. You were just talking about that. What are the chances? What are the chances? And let's see what you've got for us tonight. Crimzone, Akon 2025 SB19. Around 5 minutes start at 16:25. Okay, gotcha. I appreciate it, NC Dad, for the fast pass. Thank you very much. With The Warning, Ego live from London. Awesome sauce. Yeah, I'll add that to the list, and we'll get to that right after this. I do love me some The Warning. There we go. Let's go with Ego. It's my new favorite Spanish song by them. Requesting now. Sounds good. Broadcast stage. Oh, is it the Asia Artist Awards?
Protect your dream.
Okay. So you said 1625. There we go. And I'll get that watermark going. Yep, that one. Okay, perfect. Has everyone seen the new Rin times Webby collab? I heard one of the only Rin songs I've liked was actually one of the ones he did with Chris Webby, because I already knew who that was before I heard of Rin, and I liked him already. So that would be interesting to hear. Oh, thank you, Holodoko. I appreciate it. With a guaranteed, which was actually the last guaranteed of the night. Which, by the way, I think after this, and after I do that fast pass, I'll probably start moving on to the guaranteeds. Okay, so Curiosity, 1OK Rock, and some more 1OK Rock. Love to see it. Love to see it indeed. But welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Okay. Anyways, let's get into it. Crimzone Akon. Or SB19. Which one of these is the band name? Is SB19 the band name and then Crimzone is the song? Or vice versa? All right. Anyways, let's do this.
Guys want more?
We're not done yet.
We'll give you more.
The party's still starting.
I want y'all to join us.
Run, now we run. We go hard like we lose none, and now we're done. Onion sun, slicing.
Super sweaty. Just like a huge boy band. Or they're just backing dancers. Oh, they might just be dancing.
Let's go.
Now we run. We go hard like we lose none. Onion sun, slicing, dicing in the drip. Now we run. We go hard like we lose none. Onion sun, slicing, dicing in the drip.
It is what it hey. I deserve it, not it change. These suckers pussy that me.
So the cat play ball like a captain.
So God, if you yes, I'll drink more than Nike. Too cold on my skin, stand me. Get a bleed in my back, who can stop me?
Copy, not me, never been sloppy. Been a long time, but your boy still bossy. I rise up, but I'm next so bossy.
Bullet party.
Simon Posse. You're too easy, but ako mga sulat kailan mo si Stop mo akang pilit, huwag kang maghumulit. Asa ka pa na magam, no more and only.
Sige, lang na sige, believe it. Nang walang pagsisisi. Buhos mo lahat hanggat makakaya mo.
I really like that guy's vocals.
Oh yeah. Let present. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now we run. We go hard like we lose none. Onion sun, slicing, dicing in that drip. Now we run. We go hard like we lose none. Onion sun, slicing, dicing in the zone. Let present.
Get ready for Pablo.
All right, let me pause here really quick. Oh, maybe I shouldn't go back. It's there's too much area to accidentally go back too far. That being said, am I crazy for thinking it's like the audio is kind of weird just because it's a live concert, but the way that they're recording it, it's like you can't hear the audience at all or anything like that. So the mix is just so much more quiet than the vocals that it's an odd just mix, I guess, hearing it like this, especially in a live setting. It's and no hate from me for that. It just sounds super weird. But so far I'd say it's pretty good. I think it was the third guy that was singing with, I believe he had like slightly red hair. I think it was dyed slightly red. It was kind of hard to tell. It's also very hard for me to go back to the exact spots, considering how long the video is. But I pointed it out though when I heard him. I think this is a group though I'd like to hear the studio version just so I can hear a proper mix, because it sounds really odd. Yeah, I'm done with fast passes. Don't want to hog the channel. Hey. No hogging here. I won't stop you. For donations, that'd be cool to have a ready gif of sorts instead of a little dinosaur. That's true. That is something I should probably change. I need to get some sticky notes for my desk instead of my notepad, because then I can actually like stick them to my monitor when I'm writing stuff down. I don't know. Someone send something if they can to the Discord, and that will help remind me. Gatsby 19 is the group. Okay, that's kind of what I was assuming, but wanted to be sure. How do you like that type of? It is kind of like that. How do you like that? Bum 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 bum. Just 5, the rest are their dancers. Okay, just 5. That's still a lot of people, especially if they're all singing. All these Asian boy girl groups today, so many good K-pop groups. I mean, there's a reason why K-pop blew up so much. K-pop is one of those genres where there's no bad songs. At the worst, they're just okay. I can't think of a single K-pop song that I've heard where I thought it was bad, though. In my own humble opinion. My musical taste is all over the place. Hey, same. I'm here too, by the way, at work once again. I'm probably going to start coming Fridays instead so I don't have to watch while at work. No, that's fair. That's totally fair. All right, anyways. Let's get back to it.
Get down with the double crosses, this new fur don't need the weasel. Don't need you. Yeah, alam mo na what to do. Need that you. Para mawala na ang blue. Kasi galera na things to do. I don't wanna make it rain. Di ko mamatay ang hindi. You can blame me, I'm insane. Di ba pitigilan like every day. I got blood staining in my name. Want to, got to, that's okay. Cause I ain't losing this game. I keep acting
Yeah, that's definitely the guy I like. He does have slightly red hair.
Hello! We do it! Now we run, we go hard like we lose on. On your son! Come shout! I wanna see us standing! Jump! Okay, let's go! Everybody! Put your hands up! Go! Come on! Everybody! All you people stand down! We gotta go! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Stand up! Black Crimson! Blood it! Bring out! Bring out! That's right! That's right! That's right! That's right! One more time! Blood is spilled, let it drip, 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 drip. That's it, let it drip, 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 drip. That's right. Let it drip.
All right, that's definitely like a hype song. So overall, I'd say it's pretty good. I think my opinion would be a lot greater if it was the studio version, because I can see all the potential with the mix. It just definitely feels like it's lacking outside of a studio setting, at least with how it's recorded in this format. Because I really loved the produced like instrumental breakdown sections. The issue is just they sound so out of place that it's kind of odd in this specific scenario and setting. In a studio setting, though, I think I would like the song a lot more than what I do currently in this live setting, just because it is such an odd recording style from them. But either way, looks like it would have been a fun concert. And like I said, it's definitely a hype song. So it's easy to get like everybody to jump around and dance to a song like this. It's very high energy. I like the bass that was thrown in there in that production part, or I say production part, like the instrumental section, I guess, or super produced section. And I do like the vocals too, but again, this is another thing where it's like they're jumping around and stuff, so you're not gonna get the absolute best vocals and they're all out of breath because they're all jumping around and dancing the whole time. So another thing where it probably sound even better studio. So Stell is the red hair guy. He did a cover of All By Myself. Da-da-da, all by myself. Not my favorite SB19 song for sure, but still not bad. They have much better than this. I'm more of a low vocals kind of gal, so I can't judge. I don't like K-pop at all. I mean, I probably would have if I listened to it on my own. I get it either way because, I mean, if you don't like super... because K-pop is essentially just what... Well, I don't want to say that completely. A lot of its core, though, is what pop used to be in the US. I mean, it's very, like, boy band, girl group centric. But I will say, recently especially, it's been modernized to include a lot of... like dubstep and EDM type production, like in this one. So it's definitely evolved into something else now than what it used to be. Which honestly, I think that K-pop should be split up into more subgenres, other than the general just K-pop, because I have noticed changes in style as I've been listening to more and more K-pop, and as the years go by, I feel like the songs are changing in style. Because I think it used to be more fair to have just one single genre name for it, but I think it's about time that we start splitting those genres up, because it is starting to sound different. It's hard to move around that much and still sing. Yes, exactly. I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. Yeah, I wouldn't have liked this as a studio version. Definitely need to see them out there dancing around. Maybe, I think for this specific recording, I probably would have liked studio more. That being said, if I saw this like actually live and got to hear what it sounded like in an actual concert setting rather than through whatever recording methods they're using here, I would have liked it significantly more. And that would be like the perfect environment to like actually see them live. I was super into 2 K-pop groups. I think 17 and Big Bang are really good. I've heard one Big Bang song, and I remember really liking it. I actually made a video on it. And I found out everybody was like, yeah, they're done. They haven't, they don't make music anymore. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm late to the party. Hear it every day, even when I try to focus on my homework, even when it's kind of on repeat. Yep, live is the perfect setting. That's how it definitely seems like with a lot of these K-pop groups, is seeing them live is definitely the go-to, probably the best way to do it. Okay, let me mark that one off the list. And then we have NC Dad with The Warning Ego, live from London. So let me pull that up. Jeez, I have a bug bite on my knee that is super, super itchy right now. Okay. Okay. You say it was this first one? It's Steve West is the creator? Or... basically torture me. Just don't pop it right. Oh, that's the good thing about bug bites, is that when you itch them, they just kind of, they don't really pop. The skin just kind of peels back a little bit if you itch them too much. SB19 is P-pop, by the way, right? P-pop. I've never heard of P-pop before. I guess that's another, symptom of K-pop songs, or not K-pop songs, is that they're all thrown under the general umbrella of K-pop, at least in the US. So P-pop, Philippines pop, I'm assuming? Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first time I've heard it, though. Alright, sounds good, Al. Have a great rest of your night and have fun at a maple syrup festival. That sounds awesome. Scratch that itch, better scab than assist. Heck yeah! I like the way you think, Gregory. Hey, you too, Al. Philippine pop. Okay, cool. It is Philippine pop. Or P-pop. P-pop. That sounds so funny. I don't know. P-pop. Okay. Oh, did you send a link? I do not see the link. Oh, if you sent it through the YouTube chat, it might have blocked it automatically. If you tell me the creator of the video, then I should be able to pull it up. Poo pop. Look up Christina Armini. Okay. I will do that. I'm just scrolling through really quick to see if it just pops up, but looks like I'll have to look that up. Oh, there it is. It showed up. Okay, and I think you gave a timestamp earlier. Let me see if I can scroll up to that, because I think I glanced over and saw it. Am I blind? Starts at 12:50. Okay. Thanks for sending that again. I could not find that for the life of me. Yeah, 12:58. There we go. 12:57. That's the closest I got. All right, so we're going to be listening to the song Ego from this performance, which I'm very, very excited for, as per usual, though, with the warning. Yeah, but the goal is to have the whole ceiling covered in pus. That's my new goal. Not actually, that'd be horrifying. That sounds like a Meat Canyon thing. Ugh. Okay, it's their newest Spanish song from the new album, unreleased. Oh, it's unreleased too. Ooh, okay. This is extra special. Okay, let's hear it. Very gritty guitar. I like this pre-chorus a lot, where Pow comes in. Ooh. Alright, I'll pause here really quick. There, I'll go back 5 seconds with the arrows. I don't want to risk clicking on a video that's 40 minutes long. Yeah, I'm liking the sound of this so far. It's definitely heavier than their other stuff. Even through this phone recording, it sounds pretty good. I like Pow and how she has so much in this song. She just has a lot of the vocals and just feels like a lot of... what word am I looking for? She just has a large portion of the song kind of to herself, I guess. Also, I like that they have her up front on the stage with the drum set, which kind of just shows how like a major part of the band the drums are, especially because she's actually a singer in the group, unlike a lot of drummers. Because most bands, the drums are always going to be in the back. So it's a little bit odd seeing it in the front of the stage center place like this, but I think it's something that's pretty cool that they're doing. The only issue is that there's not any room to walk in front of and around that drum set. So probably not as much moving on stage, I bet, during that concert. The SpongeBob video is crazy, Mandy. Think this person was the perfect distance away to capture good sound. Yeah, it definitely does sound pretty good. There's still, you can definitely still tell it's really, really loud due to how the phone is kind of, or the audio, the way that it's coming in is kind of muffled. So that concert was super loud. Yeah, it would be much louder for sure when you're there. And you can really hear Pow on this. Oh, for sure. Remember they're opening for Youngblood and he requires a huge stage, so they had limited room. Oh, okay. I honestly, I didn't know that Youngblood tends to have just a huge stage room. Does he just run around and stuff a lot on stage? Okay. Anyways, though, so far it's sounding good. And let me get back to it.
The simplest way to stop snoring without touching your nose.
Hey!
Alright, at least I was at the end of the song. Yeah, I like that a lot, and I can already tell that's gonna go crazy. Really, really crazy in both studio and an actual professionally recorded live, assuming that they do have a live version of the song. I imagine that they will eventually. But I love the gritty guitar on this one. It reminds me a bit of, it's actually funny, I think it was Pow did a song with Dead Poet Society where they had a really, really gritty guitar section in that song. It's very reminiscent of that, but in this, and I love that guitar in that song a ton. I can't remember what the song title is, but sure somebody will know it based on the fact that it was with Dead Poet Society. But yeah, the guitar on this one is crazy. I love Pow's vocals. Even in this live setting through a phone recording, it sounded good. Also, it felt like it was a relatively short song, so I'm wondering if it's going to be longer or shorter, like when it's actually fully out. But we'll have to see. Maybe it just went by really fast. Yeah, Youngblood was very active on stage. Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. Can't wait to hear the studio version of this. Oh yeah, I'm definitely with you on that. Always leaves his performance dripping in sweat. He puts his everything into them. Just by the end, the stage is just a pool. Giving me Korn vibes. I haven't heard very much Korn, so I can't say I have a lot of input on that. Alright, so yeah, I think this is my favorite off them. Not that I've heard a whole lot. That seems to be the thing, at least for me in the Warning, is every time I hear a new song, it tends to be my favorite. I feel like there's a name for that, but I don't know what it is. Heck yeah, Turn Top. Hit up that Ratty merch where you can buy my music, my mugs, which I don't have on hand at the moment, but it's a baller mug. Got some t-shirts, hats, 2 hats actually, man. 3? I think 3 hats. Yeah, I need to get a hoodie back up there because I had a hoodie on my old shop and I want to get myself another hoodie. Yeah, and in this one I can see them adding some crazy outro to later on. I wouldn't doubt it. There's probably going to be a long instrumental section or something thrown in there. Not to brag, but Youngblood has fire effects for his performances. Like literal fire? She right on the Korn vibes? You just said it, the next song you hear by them is your favorite. Pretty much true. They really don't make a bad song. Yeah, when I think back, I'm pretty sure that's how I felt with every single one of their songs. Yes, with The Warning. For a second I was mixing it up with Bandmade a little bit. Sometimes I mix them up because they're kind of similar. They're not the same, but they're both up and coming classic rock sounding bands when that genre really isn't that big anymore, so they kind of commingle in my mind. And the fact that they're both all girl bands, which is also kind of unlikely when it comes to classic rock. Really, it's not classic rock now, but that specific sound. Literal fire, yes, heck yeah. Hey, Reddy, would it be possible for me to change my guaranteed request? Oh yeah, for sure. Just let me know. Remember, this one song that is only available in full concert performance video. Yeah, just let me know what it is, then I will switch that out for you. I appreciate it, Fogwar. Thank you so much. Also, welcome. Johnny Craig Going Under. Ooh, sounds good. Yeah, not classic rock now, but they do bring in classic rock elements. Exactly, like it's a revival of that genre, although modernized. I guess you could call it hard rock. I think that'd be the most applicable genre to it. Okay, anyways, let me pull up that song really quick now from Fog of War. Excuse me, I burped a little bit. There we go. Yeah, if you look up Youngblood O2 Arena, there's a short of his fire effects. I do love some good old pyrotechnics on stage. That's always cool. I went to a Kiss concert a while back. Probably would have been about 10 years ago now. And they had so many pyrotechnics. And it was cool because the venue was relatively small for Kiss. It was packed, and I had a seat that was pretty close, like, because they had this, it's almost like a crane or something that extended out over the audience that Gene was on, and it was almost right above me. It was so close. That was awesome. They had so many pyrotechnics, though. Okay. Anyways, let's get into it. From Fog of War, we got Johnny Craig, Going Under. I immediately am loving this production, actually.
Can I get a minute? I know you think I'm wrong, but just let me finish. I've been here all along. No one's ever said it, but I think you gotta have it. Always looking at the bad shit, always thinking that we have it. Yeah. Look at the things that I've done. Nothing is ever enough. I try to be patient, but I'm tired of waiting for something that I don't come. Not someone down on my luck, a diamond that's stuck in your rough. I'm sitting, take it though. I'm sick of paying for something that I haven't done. I keep my head above the water.
This is already a banger. I'm really liking this. I love it's either a tuba or just horn. I'll just say horn in general, just to be less specific, because I honestly don't know for sure. But I love that effect thrown in there. Even if it's a synthesized effect, it sounds really good. I like the bassiness of it. Also, we're in like that kind of odd zone where it's semi, like it's on the edge of being like rap-ish, but it's also not quite to that point. And also, this feels like a very good showcase of his ability to have just kind of throw vibrato in wherever, and like it sounds good every time, because it's very subtle vibrato and just some words that really you wouldn't expect him to be able to throw it in so smoothly without it being like a long vocal run. But he's got some really nice vibrato thrown in throughout, sprinkled in here and there, and it sounds good every time. I'm loving this a lot, though. The production is definitely very strong on this one for me. Wonder what Crack Rock would sound like. That's, for me, I guess, not to know and you to find out if you want to. I don't know. Sweet, it's called Skyfall by One OK Rock. Ooh. Let the sky fall, let it crumble. Speaking, we were just talking about Adele not too long ago. Look up One OK Rock Ambitions 2018 Tokyo Dome full concert and click the video that is on the channel with LP at the end. Times. Okay. Hopefully that chat is easy to find later, because I'm not gonna be able to remember that all right now. But let me change that in the guaranteed. Check chat. There we go. I think this song is about his frustration with music career, never breaking into mainstream, but pivoting to optimism about it being right around the corner in the chorus. I'll have to try to keep that in mind when I'm listening to it. What's up? How's it going, Valeria? Am I on time? I just got done with doing the pre-request for tonight, and I'm actually going to be moving on to Guaranteed soon, unfortunately. First thing that comes to mind for Crack would be yodel metal. I remember seeing a video like 3 years ago, Crazy to Witness, yodel metal. That's an interesting thing. Oh, you like Adele? It depends. So I was just talking about this earlier. I think she has really good hits, but I think the albums are kind of filled with a bunch of just kind of filler stuff that usually isn't super great. But as for Fast Passes, yeah, I'm not closing those off yet. So sad. I have 2 songs for you. New stuff by The Warning. We just listened to The Warning like 5 minutes ago. It was an unreleased song, Ego, and it sounded good. Anyways, though, let's get back to it. I'll go back a little more. We'll get to hear the ending of that chorus. Pause again just so I can talk about that chorus. I can see where that optimism that you're talking about is, where it's like, if we can just keep on going a little longer, we'll stop from going under. Kind of just him talking to himself about it. But yeah, you can definitely see some of the pessimism during those verses as well, just like you were saying, actually. Sorry, 1 second. I opened a mint. And the mint had a hair on it. I think I must have had one on my finger, a little tiny hair. But yeah, you can definitely see where the bit of more of a pessimistic attitude, just like you said, towards not quite getting there. As soon as you mentioned that, and I really started focusing in on that idea, I'd say that's a very accurate take on what's going on with this song. And then, yeah, thank you very much, Holodoko. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. It's Hello Adele, but it's a cover by Taka from 1OK Rock. Okay, that sounds awesome. We were actually just talking about Hello too, out of all songs. So let me add that to the Fast Pass queue here. That actually, I'm actually so excited to hear that, to see how he goes about covering a song like that, because that is a very, very power vocal vocalist like focus song. W don't know, indeed. Also reminds me of the band Letdown. Remember that Go to Hell song? Yes, I listened to the crap out of that song. I listened to it too much, honestly. Too much being, I listened to it way too often to the point where I got a little tired of it because I over listened to it. Really good song. One feels similar to that in NF. It does have a similar NF vibe. The Go to Hell song, though, the only reason I don't want to super compare it to, at least that one in specific, because that one doesn't quite feel this, but I could tell that that artist is definitely able to reach into more sounds that are more similar to this. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I don't think it's as good as his Die With a Smile cover, but it's still amazing. Yeah, I'm very excited to hear it. Anyways, let me go back a little bit, and then we'll get back into this one.
Sick of Don't you understand the game? Have you broken and lost, picking up what you love? Don't you see the only way to end this is up?
Heck, I like that.
Only way to end this is us.
Gotta keep going up.
Only way to end this in love. Let me keep you afloat. Let me keep you afloat. I keep my head above the water, but I can't keep my thoughts in order. If we can wait a little longer, I'll keep us both from going under. I keep my head above the water, but I can't keep my thoughts in order. If we can wait a little longer, I'll keep us both from going under.
Banger alert. I really like that one. I think that's one of my favorites actually from Johnny Craig. I like the message in it. I do like that it is more hopeful because I feel like a lot of his songs are more on the kind of downward side of things where I don't want to, not necessarily poor me, but it's like that's because that's not quite the right phrase, but it's like looking back on bad times and just problems that he has to try to get over, like drug use and things like that. Well, this one definitely has a more upward swing tone wise where it is more hopeful and feels more optimistic, just like you said. Going under. La da 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 da. Go to hell. Those high notes and layers are amazing. Really adds a wonderful depth and wall of sound effect. Oh, for sure. Like the ending, when you're getting all those vocal runs, the very growly ones too, which made it even better. All as just backing vocals, not even as the main focus. While the chorus is going on. Like, that's incredible. Johnny Craig does that a lot, though. He has a lot of just crazy backing vocals. That was pretty good. Adding this to the playlist, just got to figure out which playlist. It's not really pop, it's not really rock. I might need to make a new playlist. Yeah, it's, like I said, it's, to me, it's like on the verge of being almost rap-like with some of the production. Slightly R&B-ish, slightly pop-ish. Yeah, I think... Dare I just call it alt pop and call it good? I feel like that would be a good enough spot. I can imagine that song is metalcore. Yeah, if it had more of a focus on the guitar, like literally just throw a guitar in there and it would be metalcore. He's got the metalcore vocals for sure, though. That's kind of why it would gives off that vibe. Okay. So up next we have Hollow Doko with Hello by Adele, and this is actually a cover of that from Taka from 1OK Rock. Oh, this is a studio cover? I was going into it, I assumed that it was going to be
Now we gotta go.
like a live cover, but that's actually crazier that it's at the very least going to be a semi studio cover. I think I'll just throw in pop, I guess. Closest I'll get it with my playlist. Yeah, I think that's valid. Alrighty. Anyways, let's hear it. Adele, Hello, and this is the cover from Taka, who we all know and love from 1OK Rock. Let's hear it.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years they'd like to meet to go over everything. They say that I'm supposed to heal you, but I end up actually healing. Hello, can you hear me? in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the wolf at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. Hello from the other side.
He nailed
I
that.
must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm
Ooh.
sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call you, never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore.
Heck yeah, this is really good so far. His vocals are incredible, especially for what looks to clearly be a one-take thing. And maybe it's not, maybe it's a couple takes combined. I'm kind of assuming it's... Oh, wait. We can see the recording in the background. That might be a giveaway. It's very hard to tell if there's cuts, though, at that distance. That might be a cut over here. Let me take off the watermark for a second. It might be a cut right there. Could be. It's hard to say. No, that does kind of just look like... No, I think that is all one take. Yeah, because you can see the cuts very visibly on the other tracks that are used for the production. I don't see any super visible cuts in that lane, though, for the vocals. Yeah, very cool, though. Love that a ton so far. I think the echo effect really adds something. Oh, yeah. The reverb on there. Yeah, there's not like a ton of stuff added on for vocal processing. It looks like it's just the reverb, but I think that's almost necessary for a song like this. And now I'm thinking about it. Maybe we should start using Hello by Adele as like a litmus test to see if like you're a super great singer or not. Not really, because there's really good singers in different ways. Not everybody's gonna sing like Adele, so. But this is a good example, a good song to play. If you're able to sing in that style of vocals, that is a good song to sing. Yeah, the Adele test. Love the shaking the vocals, that genuine emotion. Yes, that's actually a good point. I wasn't even thinking about that. But it's not like shaky in a bad way either. It really just does feel like a pure emotion and not forced, but like real. Okay, anyways, let's get back to it.
Hello, how are you?
He's also got really nice vibrato.
So typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you're well. Did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time. Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call you, never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. I can say that I've tried to tell you
that delivery on the Tell You.
Breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore. Ooh, anymore. Ooh, anymore. Holler from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. Holler from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore.
Woo! Yeah, that was a really, really good vocal cover. I can't say I'm super surprised just because I already knew he had a really good voice, but this is definitely a really, really good way to show off those vocals again with a song like this. That's not an easy song to cover. And honestly, I'm a little surprised that he went for more of a direct cover, where sort of mimicking Adele's style, just because I wasn't expecting that. I was honestly expecting him to kind of take it and do his own thing with it. So the vocals are honestly even more surprising, and I think more impressive that he was able to mimic how she sings that song. Not everything is like one for one or anything, but it's definitely more focused on trying to replicate that sound instead of make it its own thing. And to try to mimic Adele is definitely a definitely a tall task, though. He nails these choruses 1,000,000%. I can't help but crack up when I hear vibrato. Sometimes it's close to yodeling. Interesting. I've never heard that one before. I kind of see where you're coming from, though. I think Set Fire to the Rain is my favorite. That's a good one. I think my favorite, though, is the one from that new album that we were literally just talking about that I already forgot what it's called again. Going back to Adele. Easy on Me, that's what it is. I really, really like her vocals on that one. That and Skyfall are actually, those are probably my two favorites from Adele. You laugh a lot in opera. Yodel-hee-hoo, yodel-hee-hoo, yodel-hee, yodel-hee-hoo. This is a hard song to sing. Exactly. Solid, pleasantly surprised, no criticisms. For sure, for sure. They have an Easy On Me cover too that they do have an Easy On Me oh, no way. Yeah, eventually you'll have to send that one in because I definitely would like to hear that a ton. That's my favorite too, Ratty, the easy one. Yeah, it is really, really good. To come back with that song after being, I don't know how long that break was in between the previous song and that one. Is a pretty big one though. Was insane because that is by far, I think, her best vocal work that I've heard is on that song. Okay. I'll mark that one off. And on that note, looks like we'll be getting to the guaranteed request, starting with Pop's song, Little River Band, Parallel Lines. We love our Little River Band around here. I'm just gonna pull this up on Spotify because there's no music video anyways. Hello from the other side. Okay, there we go. And we get lyrics. There we go. I'll take that watermark off. There we go. And here she is on a break again. Glad she's spending time to be a mom and a wife. Yeah, and she really has no like, she's probably made an absurd amount of money already, so she has like no reason to keep on going if she doesn't need to. Although I think she might still do concerts every now and then. I feel like I saw one somewhat recently, like videos from it, not like I was there. You sing like me. Alrighty, let's pull this up. It's the 20th century. It's picking up speed. It almost sounds like Huey Lewis here a little bit. Alright, let me pause here before presumably there's a guitar solo, which is exciting. I really love that guitar riff during the chorus. It's one of those riffs that just stands out immediately when you hear it, and that's always a good thing. A good thing when you hear a riff and you're like, yep, that's good. Also, the chorus, at first I was a little iffy on it the first time around, but I think as it went on, it actually grew on me a bit more. Especially when paired with that guitar riff. I think the two just work well together, which you would hope. When you got a song like this, you don't want them to not work well together. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. Actually, I'm going to add this to my playlist really quick. And I'll see if it even continues to further grow on me. Because right now I do like it a decent amount, but I think it has room for me to like it even more. Especially if this guitar solo is good. I sound good in my head. Hey, don't we all? We've had no Nuggy visit tonight. Ready? Did you lock her out? I don't think. Oh, maybe I did. I don't know. Not on purpose, but maybe I did. She could be hanging out with my brother. He's home tonight. I sound good. Drowned out by the real music. It's really a heartbreaker when you have the spirit to sing in your heart, but your vocals say nah. Yeah, singing coach can definitely help. Stick to guitar? Heck yeah. Honestly, you can make some pretty good progress with YouTube videos, Mandy, if you really wanted to. There's like some pretty like I say pretty like really good vocal coaches that will post techniques on YouTube and stuff, and how they correct singers when they do things quote unquote incorrectly. Okay, anyways, let's get back to it. Wow. That's like a little cliffhanger ending. I actually like how they did that. A bit off at first, but then as soon as like it clicks, like, oh, that's the end, it sits nicely. Yeah, I like that song quite a bit. I think it actually did grow on me slightly more towards the end, on top of how much I already liked it, just because I do like the inclusion of continuing the guitar solo while you're singing the chorus. That's something that I like that is done a lot more in older music. It's still done now, it just doesn't feel quite as frequently, but I do like that song structure of starting a guitar solo for a bridge, instrumental bridge, and then bringing it into either a lyrical bridge or like bringing the chorus back in for that section, like right there at the end. I like that layering. But yeah, overall very solid song from Little River Band. Very catchy chorus, and definitely a big focus on the guitar for me on that one. True Ready about the YouTube coaches. Have any recs, meaning specific channels? There's one girl that I saw doing it once, but I honestly don't know what the channel's called. It was crazy watching, because her videos, she'd be just telling somebody what they're doing wrong, and then give them a method of like singing something in one way that's similar to basically just force them to realize, oh, I can do this vocal style. And honestly, I understand too if there's any skepticism around vocal coaches on YouTube. All you need to be able to do is, if you can record your own vocals and listen back to them and recognize what things you need to work on, then there's going to be you'll be able to help yourself through those YouTube videos. But because that's the part that obviously they can't do since they're not working one-on-one. Can't sing, bro. I can play guitar though. Not a super talented guitar player, but I get by in my vocals. Hey, you're a better guitar player than me. I don't think I'd be able to play like anything on the guitar, because I barely learned it before, and that was years ago. And now it's strictly banjo, harmonica, and keyboard, and none of those I'm like great at. I'm good enough to get by on some things. At least for my purposes, things that I do with them. We'll say GRD, and the last time I had COVID really messed with my range. I can't properly scream anymore. Yeah, it sucks when things like that happen. That's like when because I used to be, not to brag or anything, but I used to be essentially headhunted. People wanted me for choirs and stuff, but I didn't want to do it. I probably should have done it in retrospect, but people were always trying to pull me into choirs. But then I broke my nose, and that kind of screwed up a lot of my at first I didn't realize it. Years later though, I realized that was kind of the turning point on when my vocals started to mess up a bit more, and I wasn't able to, I think that kind of, like, I didn't practice as much and things like that because it was hard for me to adjust. Was a cliffhanger indeed. Anyone else see an orb pass by Reddit a few seconds ago? Zach Baggins. Zach Baggins is a character. He's a real character. I noticed that the other day. There's like dust particles and stuff that'll fly in front of my camera, and it immediately makes me think of those Ghost Hunters episodes of Zach, where it's like they see a little dust particle and they're like, oh my gosh, it's an orb. Or like it'll be a bug or something. And sometimes it'd be really obvious, like, oh, that was definitely a bug. Just flying by. Yeah, of course, Mandy. Never thought about that, breaking your nose, changing voice. Yeah, I don't know exactly. I think because I've talked about this a couple times, but I used to be able to do really high notes, and I don't know exactly how that would affect it, but it kind of just went downhill after that. Because I could do, it was weird because I've never been trained in opera or did anything that, but I could specifically do really, really high note opera, like a super high pitched falsetto. But I cannot really do that anymore. I might be able to if I really, really tried and spent a ton of time practicing, but it would be a lot, and I don't think I'd ever be as good as I was. Anyways, though, on to the next track from Sorry. Oh, wait. Oh, Turned Off coming in there really fast with that fast pass. We'll get to that then first, and then we'll move on to the guaranteeds, continue with those. So that is Mario Duplantier drum solo. Didn't we listen to a Mario drum solo like 2 years ago? I feel like I remember listening to one. But yeah, thank you very much for sending that in, Turned Off. I appreciate it. We got Mario Duplantier drum solo 2026.
If you're
Yeah, I think Turned Off, you might have been the one to send it in too, because this is when I was strict. That was way back when I was strictly doing only free requests. And I think it was like a 10-minute video or something. Thank you, Fuzzy Balls. I appreciate it. Also at the Fast Pass. For future reference, I prefer if you send those through Fourth Wall, the donations, just because I get a larger, because YouTube cuts 30 to 60% of each donation. Well, Fourth Wall, it's only like a few cents. But 420 Anthem, Happy Stoner Day, Slow Burn Kush. Okay, I gotcha. I'll add that to the Fast Pass list here. There we go. Yeah, welcome, 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 Fuzzy Balls. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. Thank you for the extra 5. That does mean a lot. Okay. Let's get into it, I guess, after this short ad. Alrighty. Let's hear it. Mario Duplantier, Drum Solo 2026 Avalanche. Thank you for the watermark reminder. Oh. Weird, it's like a syncopated rhythm he's got going on. That is insane. Okay, cool. That was a really, really impressive show of talent, really. It's odd hearing songs with just percussion, though, because it's not something you hear very often. Usually when people are posting solos, it's like piano, guitar, vocals, whatever. So definitely odd to kind of hear the percussion by itself. But it sounded super, super impressive. I don't even know how you're able to physically like move that much that quickly. Like I think I've talked about this a few times, but you really got to be just very, very athletic to be able to do drums like that. That's crazy. But it definitely, there's certain parts where the syncopated rhythm was kicking in towards the middle, or it almost like put you on edge for a couple minutes, or not a couple minutes, but like about a minute or so, where you just don't really know what's about to happen next. Maybe you have the fourth wall pinned ready, not everyone goes to the description. Yeah, I should do that. I used to, I did do that for a while, and it didn't make a difference, so I guess I just kind of stopped. But, yeah. I should do that again. It just comes down to me remembering, really. I wish I could have an auto pin at the start. Seriously doubt this would get copyright striked. It's not necessarily that it would get striked on stream. The issue is that it's the automated YouTube thing. So with how YouTube has the automated stuff for live streams, it'll take it down even if the artist don't necessarily care sometimes. So that's why I'm usually I try to be safe than sorry with watermarks. Jumps never failed to get me a hype, dude. Heck yeah. Yeah, exactly. Better safe than sorry. Word for word, bar for bar. Yeah, he was already soaked. Still trying to drum there? You'll get there? Yeah, hell yeah, you will. Hell yeah. Yeah, you want to what? Bop, but wait, and then bop. Yeah, like I said, it keeps you on edge, and you just, what do I do? What do I do at that point? Thing won't let me do another request. I don't know why that's happening to you, NCDad. It's got to be something. I don't know. You got to call, I guess your credit card company or something. Because I did research into it, and whenever that message pops up, I guess that's when it does. Is when your bank deems it as suspicious activity. Promoting that rat life. Alrighty. Anyways, on to the 420 anthem, Happy Stoner Day. This sounds like an Afro Man song or something.
Get spec.
Only 5 days too late, but we're still within that range. Welcome to my world. Okay. So is this fully AI, or is this just like, how does he go about doing this? I saw that he said he uses AI.
April 20 sunset low. Backyard lit by that orange
Okay, yeah, it's
glow.
definitely fully AI, you can tell.
Chairs and a speaker crack. Whole crew
Okay, he writes the
deep and we
lyrics.
never look back. Lighters in the air, smoke in the sky. Everybody laughing with that slow half eye. Rolled up gelato with blue dream dust. Granddaddy purple in the blunt we trust. Wedding cake, OG Kush. Northern Lights got the whole room hushed. Sour diesel in the grinder tray. Purple haze make the dog drift away. Pineapple Express in the zigzag road. Maui Wowie got me stoned
Maui
to the
Wowie.
soul. Girl Scout cookies in a mason jar. Cherry pie burning under the stars. Lighters in the air, let the whole world fade. Happy 420, we got it made. Too stoned to move, too high to care. Brain on pause with that smoke everywhere. Pass that blunt, clear that bone. Time moving slow, but the party goes on. Stone to the bone till the
Stone
sunrise
to the
show.
bone.
Happy 420, let the good smoke roll. Ash on my jeans.
How do people think of these things? But it's you get so many more songs like this when you've given the public access to a tool that just lets them make whatever they want to. Definitely a funny concept for a track. Of course, I'm not like huge on AI vocals or anything on that. I think they just in general don't sound great. It is crazy though how good they are getting, despite that. Because I mean, other than like there's all sorts of AI artifacts with the vocals in this for sure. But it is definitely progressing. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, NC Dad and Small Fox. I appreciate you both very much. Oh, the 20 from NC Dad. 10-year-old drummer girl Kelly Clarkson will be top video. Okay, I gotcha. So that's a fast pass. I'll add that in. And thank you very much, Small Fox. Welcome, welcome, welcome. With Hard Target Whatever. Okay, I gotcha. Y'all throw those into the queue. and 10-year-old drummer girl. It's been a while since I've heard a Kelly Clarkson song. There we go. The other day I was in my bank. They got signs all over there. At this bank you have a friend. Last month I was 2 payments behind. My friend took away my car. Jeez, yeah, that's definitely a tough quote. You're still going at 12:48 where I am? Indeed I am. It's 11:50 for me right now. This sounds like I don't want to be. Ain't no way. I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. All I want to do is think of me and I have peace of mind. I hate doing through YouTube because I don't want to give them any more money, but you got to see this one. I appreciate it. I do. Man, I hate that they do that though. They take way too much. Same with Apple, because the 30% is from YouTube. The other 30 is usually through Apple, if it's through an Apple product. Oh, it's Pow at 10 years old doing a... Oh, okay, I gotcha. Gotta retire for the night. I'm officially sleepy. Love y'all. Have a wonderful Sunday and next week. See you Friday. Sounds good, Mandy. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And thanks for stopping by. Yeah, NC Dad's card wouldn't let him do more than 2 for whatever reason. Small Fox. All right, anyways, let's get back to this.
Over the shed, got a dab rig glowing by the side of the bed, wax in the chamber, torch burning blue. One fat hit.
This is the first time I've heard AI try to do a harmonica though.
Gorilla glue, AK-47 got me stuck like glue. Skywalker OG and lemon haze, train wreck hit, and I froze for days. Jack her in the paper thin. Durban poison got the room spun in. Blackberry Kush and banana punch. I forgot my own name halfway through lunch. Clear the bong, roll another. Lost in the smoke with my sister and brother. Hit the pipe, then the joint, then the dab. Brain glitch hard like a broke down lab. Thoughts buffering slow, no signal found. All communication lost in the sound. Words don't work and my eyes stay low, but the bass keep bumping and the smoke still flow. Lighters in the air, let the whole world fade. Happy 420, we got it made. Too stone to move, too high to care. Brain on pause with that smoke everywhere. Past that blunt, clear that bong. Time moving slow, but the party goes on. Stone to the bone till the sunrise show. Happy 420, let the good smoke roll. Got purple punch and runs in the room. Rainbow sherbet chasing off the gloom. Ice cream cake and biscotti haze. Memory gone in a silver maze. Doses, Skittles too. Blueberry muffin got me sinking through. Motor breath with that heavy chest. Cookies and cream for my soul to rest. London pound cake, Mac 1, mimosa burning.
Did he say lemon pound cake?
London pound cake.
Oh, London pound cake. I'm wondering if it was supposed to be lemon pound cake, because I was gonna say that's a direct reference to Afro Man, which would be a crazy reference.
Mac 1, mimosa burning with the rising sun. Strawberry coffin, Tahoe OG. Every hit feel like therapy. Smoke in my lungs like a warm old ghost. Sad in my heart, but I'm smiling the most. Got demons in the dark, but they fade tonight. Every blunt lit, feel a little more right. My brain on flame. Watching smoke rings spell out my pain. Lighters in the air, let the whole world fade. Happy 420, we got it made. Too strong to move, too high to care. Brain on pause with that smoke everywhere. Pass that blunt, clear that bone. Time moving slow, but the party goes on. Stone to the bone till the sunrise shows.
Stone to the bone is still just a crazy line.
Moonlight dripping through the backyard trees. Smoke moving slow with the cool night breeze. Gelinade, wedding crasher. One more hit and the pain fade fast. The Khalifa Kush and forbidden fruit. Everybody silent on the back porch roof. No more stress, no more fight. Just fire in the blunt and stars tonight. The world feels broken, but this feels whole. 420 smoke, got peace in my soul. Sun coming up and the ashtray full. Still got one last blunt and a heart half full. Smoking the sunrise, eyes half closed. Still too stoned for the ride back home. Lighters in the air, one last time. Smoke flow slow in the morning light. Happy 420, we survived another year. Stoned to the bone with the whole crew here.
I know there's so many people that were playing this song just absolutely stoned out of their mind. Just staring at this screen and losing it. Yeah, I think that's a fun song. Of course, I'm not like the biggest AI music enjoyer, but that being said, there's some here and there that I can still appreciate. Like, this is funny. It's a funny song, and I think it's a good use of it. It's very obviously parody to some extent. I gotta say, that harmonic, the AI harmonica sounds terrible. It loses so much of its personality. Yeah, it's a very interesting sound though. Yeah, I don't know. It's a funny song though. I think this is a good use for it. Is stuff like this. Right, he sings like AI. That is true, NC Dad. It did let you get away with one more tonight. I don't know. It's got to be something with the... I don't know if it just correlates your name or something with it or something. There's something there. But when I was going through their support and stuff, all I could find that it's when banks deny it. But I really don't know. I couldn't be sure. Because it's like, I don't know why they'd let you did 2 that one time and now it's 3. It's like slowly increasing your limit over time, being like, maybe this is a real maybe this isn't a scam site or something. Welcome back, Jackson. Yeah, I'm done with the spins tonight, unfortunately. Bob Dylan is a great songwriter, but not a great singer. You usually understand what he's singing. He's got a very unique voice that I personally like, but he's one of those singers where it's like you can like his voice, but that doesn't necessarily make him like a quote-unquote good singer. Because despite music being subjective, I'll die on this hill. There is a certain objectivity to being a good or bad singer. It's not fully like it is subjective, but there's a reason why like Disney songs, like Disney princess songs, have do so well for the most part. It's that the singers are incredible on them. Or like you got people like Johnny Craig and Mafra, where they're, to me, I think they're objectively good singers. Anybody saying they're not is lying. He has a terrible voice and made it work somehow. Yeah, Rainy and Lego AI videos are insanely well done. It is crazy to me that they keep on posting those. I've seen at least one of those. Yeah, as long as they don't try to pass it off as them writing music, it is really cringe. Yeah, I don't like when people try to send in AI music without, like, and they try to pretend it's their music and stuff. I've had that happen a few times now. And it bothers me because sometimes I'll be like, hey, is this AI? And I'll ask them and they'll say no. And I'm like, okay. I don't even bother like pushing on it any further. I just recognize, I'm like, this is very likely AI. And I just wish you would tell me. Because otherwise I don't mind it. It's a fun tool to mess around with. I mean, I was one of the first people to mess around with it when it started coming out with Suno AI. I did that on live stream, if I remember right. No worries, I don't mind paying a little extra here to do it. Just hate giving you too money. I appreciate that, NC Dad. That means a lot to me. I do appreciate that. Somebody can subjectively enjoy objectively bad singing. Exactly. Like, you can still subjectively like something. Like, actually, maybe I shouldn't say this, because this is where we get into rough waters. I don't think Post Malone is that good of a singer, but I do like him, and I like his voice a lot. But I wouldn't say he's the best singer in the world. Especially because there's a reason he uses so much auto-tune when he's singing. And honestly, he kind of sounds like a Billy Goat. But yeah, there's a lot of indie artists too, indie rock artists that don't really have good voices at all, but I really, really like their voices nonetheless. Of course, Tom Petty emulated him. Now that you say that, Tom Petty does kind of sound like Bob Dylan. In some of his songs, at least. I never thought about that. Really wish there was a forced AI label so I could... Yeah, that's felt... I do wish it was more evident. Like, I just don't like when people try to hide it. That's all it is. It's always really annoying. Agreed with that, but still do like him as well, especially his more country sounding stuff. I haven't actually heard any of his country songs that I know of. Other than Dial Drunk with Noah Khan. I have heard that one, which is like half country. Country-ish. I don't think you've definitely heard a Post Malone Turnt Offs. You've definitely heard a Post Malone song. Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not sat down to listen, but you've probably heard them in passing. They're huge. Tom Petty, not a great singer, but love some of his stuff. Yeah, exactly. Some of my all-time favorite songs are Tom Petty songs, like American Girl. That song is probably top 5 songs for me. I really, really love that song. Tom Petty used to be a roadie for Bob Dylan. Ooh, that's a fun fact. I had no idea. Okay, but anyways, thanks again, Fuzzy Balls, for sending this in. It is a fun... definitely a fun song. And I'm sure it goes crazy for all these people that are getting real high listening to it on 420. Okay. So, up next we have 10-year-old drummer girl Kelly Clarkson from NC Dad with Pow on the drums. Okay, I see it.
Yes, this means you take back all you said.
Holy cow. First of all, let me just say, it's insane that this drum set is like, it's massive compared to her. So to me, it's insane that you're even able to like hit all that the way that she's able to in this. How does a 10-year-old even play the drums? Like, I'm witnessing it, but how does that even work? It seems like an impossible feat. But here we are witnessing it. And she's staying on time perfectly, doing a lot of nice little improvisations thrown in there to make it really unique sounding. So far, this is very, very cool. She's very talented, obviously, at a very young age. This is the first time I've seen any of them from The Warning at a younger age perform their music. Because I've heard that I think all of them played at a very young age, didn't they? Because I've heard people recommend me some of their old music, old things that they did. For us, Happy 420 is twice a day. That's awesome. Kurt Cobain was a volunteer roadie for the sludge rock band, the Melvins. I've never heard of them before. Even auditioned to be their bassist, but was rejected before forming Nirvana. That actually is insane. And another nice little fun fact. Yeah, she didn't have a starter kit. She had a full kit from day one. Honestly, I think that is the way to do it. Because then you'll really, really be good. Because you'll already be used to it. Because otherwise you're going to have to get used to a completely different size of thing, like a drum set, which I imagine would be way harder. All of them were classically trained on piano at a very early age. That's one thing. I wish I learned piano as a kid. That would have been huge. That'd definitely be something I'd push for my kid to be able to do in the future. Of course, not like force them to, but I definitely wish that I was forced to play piano as a kid. That would have been awesome. Because it's like when you're at such a young age, you're so easily able to learn things. So it's like by the time you grow up, you're just automatically incredible. I say automatically, you still put in a lot of work, but it's way easier to put in that work as a kid than what it is later on. Okay, anyways, let's get back to it. Like, this part is the craziest to me, doing these light taps. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. was awesome. That was pure talent right there. Hell yeah. Yeah, pure talent. And it's kind of crazy. It got crazier as it went on. But yeah, I think the light, honestly, the light drumming, to me, that looks like it'd be the hardest to get those sounds just right to make sure that they're not too overbearing. That, and then when she's doing all the cross arm stuff, I can't even imagine. I can barely pat my head while rubbing my tummy at the same time. So doing that is just a whole new level of just coordination and multitasking. Drumming to me definitely seems very difficult compared to a lot of other instruments. For that reason, you kind of have to be wired differently to be able to do it well. I wonder if you'll reach 4K subs by October. Be good to have a 44-hour stream. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, right now it's just dependent on if YouTube wants to throw me a bone, because they've not been treating me well when it comes to actually viewership. It's crazy. Some of these videos that I've been putting out, they have such good CTR. They have like a ton of likes per views, which is always usually a really good sign. There's a few that have good comment rates too, and it just doesn't matter. YouTube does not want to push them. I think the most absurd example was when I put out my I think it's the second Mafra video I put out, maybe the third, whichever one it was, and it only got like 500 views, and I was like, that's odd, because I was looking at all the numbers go up super fast and then it completely plateaued, and I'm like, okay, YouTube just is not wanting to push my stuff right now. That's the only issue. Well, one of the only issues I'm running into at the moment. Double bass kick at 10 years old is insane. On Child Drummers, have you guys seen Caleb H. Drummer? He went on my feed as a 10-year-old drummer covering stuff. I have not. I'm not like super deep into the drummer verse. Yeah, when it comes to drummers, I don't know a whole lot. Just because I only more recently started getting more into the percussion side of music, like enjoying it a lot more than what I used to. I've always, of course, enjoyed it. It's a major part of music, but actually trying to tune into it a bit more. So what we've got Dave Grohl, what's that guy's name? He's from the Bleachers, and he produces for Taylor Swift now. I literally just forgot his name, and I love him. He was a drummer, I think, for Fun. What other drummers do I know? Obviously, Pow. Now Mario from earlier. But I'm getting there. I'm starting to learn more and more. I can't even do the head tummy thing. Yeah, it's hard. I actually surprised myself when I did that. I was able to do it immediately. But I've also, I mean, since I started doing music and streaming, I think my multitasking ability has gone up just a little bit. So I've surpassed that hurdle now. Now, can I do it backwards? Okay, it took me a second, but I got it. You can't see my tummy, but I swear I'm doing it. I promise. How you get 4 limbs to do different things at different times is beyond my ability. Yeah, that I wouldn't be able to do that at all. No way. Yeah, that's why I think every time I see sobriety tests turned off in like body cam videos, at least like the ones where the people like they're obviously sober and they get pulled over. I'm thinking, like, who's able to do some of these things? I cannot read the ABCs backwards. I cannot do these things that they want me to. Like, if I ever got pulled over for that, they'd say I was drunk because I can't do those things. I think the sobriety tests are kind of BS. Me sound biased, but I try another One OK Rock video. They do really well on YouTube. 2 other reaction channels I visited end up having multiple of their top 10 videos. Oh no, they definitely do, Holodoko. See, and that's the thing with YouTube, is that those videos, though, the difference is that the audience is actively searching for them, so they're way more likely to come across them like on purpose, if that makes sense. So The issue is that YouTube isn't necessarily putting my videos to people's home screens as often. Well, those videos they don't need to because the people are actively searching for them. But yeah, you're right. Those ones definitely do get more views, and that's one of the main reasons why. Wait until BCI lets us rewire our cerebral cortex to form a robot and play drums remotely. Brain computer interface. I've never actually heard that term. Coming from a computer science major, I have not heard that one. 3 songs by them that are almost guaranteed to pull views. I'll request one of those next time for you. Hey, heck yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, the what's the pilot? That one I was surprised did so well. That one caught me off guard. It's like my second most viewed video now. Yeah, the algorithm is not doing me any favors right now. Every now and then, I'm getting like one video that'll somehow get through. But there's several videos that I've recently posted within the last month or so that definitely should have done better than what they did. Where literally just YouTube stopped. They just won't push them at all. Because I've done like, I think almost 300 videos or so now. So I have a pretty good idea when videos should do well. Based on what I see within early stats. So it becomes very obvious when YouTube is deciding to screw me over. They like to do it at least once or twice a year, so. And it's always random how long it lasts. Oh, I just got like a nice like 6 back pop. Alrighty, up next we have Hard Target Whatever from Small Fox, which actually before I get into that one, I'm going to be right back again. So let me pull that up and then I'll BRB. Okay. All right. BRB. All right, I'm back. Well, very late here, so I am out all. Enjoy the rest of the stream and see you next time. All right, have a great night, NC Dad. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate all the donos as per usual. Thank you very, very much. Definitely helps a lot, especially with the editor fund. But yeah, thank you very much and have a wonderful rest of your night / week. How much longer is Ready doing this? I don't know. I guess until I get through the songs. BRB bathroom raid boss. Biological refresh buffer. Heck yeah. Alrighty. Anyways, let's hear it. Hard target, whatever, from Small Fox.
Protect your dreams under our roof.
Isn't this the dream, Grandpa?
American Family Insurance.
On a vacation rental, if it's
after these scheduled ads.
Yeah. This is for my people in the back, hard of hearing, try to listen, force your way up to the front, follow my voice, find my position, play the post, you playing games, I play my part, you play the victim, stay the same, you never change, I'm automatic, making switches, you a hoe, you playing bitch, it's in your blood, don't break tradition, do the crime, I'll do the time, just pass the kite, I'll take the sentence, light your candle, blow it out, the city sour, making wishes, if it's beef, I'll cook it up and serve it, you could take the dishes, this a hammer versus ceramic, can't accept it, can't admit it, late on payments, pay your debts, if not you gon' get paid a visit. Pistol 40 invested, no withdrawals, and it's gaining interest. I'm a motherfucking dog. We was raised down in the trenches. You don't like me, and it's okay. I'm just barely warming up. I turn this record to a cold case. Now you're feeling sorta stuck. People sick of all the always. Admit it, bitch, you suck. Doing 80 like I'm OJ in a truck. You was never really down for whatever. Ain't in your blood, you would die under pressure. So stay your ass inside, you won't survive in this weather. More fire than the devil. I'ma grab a light at 25 on the dresser, I'll be okay. He got that dog in him. Fuck around and make a typo, let them know that they could all get it. Something wrong with them, they don't get along with them. Everything is sweet until they see you got that dog in them. Keep playing brave.
Alright, let me pause really quick. First of all, this is like the third time in a few days that I've heard an OJ reference in a rap song, which is just really funny to me. But past that, there's actually a line, or a few lines really, at the start of the song regarding hard of hearing and making your way to the front of the venue at a concert. Honestly, those lines were kind of crazy, just because it felt very unique and not like it was out of the norm compared to a lot of I guess rap bars that I hear. It definitely feels like it kind of stands out on its own, even if it's maybe not, it's not like a triple entendre or anything like that. It's not like something that MF Doom would be doing that wise. But that being said, it still is it's unique just because I've never heard a rapper quite say that in another song. So definitely stood out in that regard. But at the same time, there are a lot of bars in here. I could go through picking through all of them, but I did notice a few times where he had some double entendres thrown in there. I like the line where it's something about a record. There's a cold case. I thought that was a good one. But yeah, so far this is good. I like this quite a bit. And I like the beat too. I love when vocals are infused into production, especially into rap beats. I think it usually sounds good 9 times out of 10, like this does. Oh, you're back. She's bar heavy for sure. Oh, definitely feels like it off of this one. Yeah, OJ trending. Alrighty, here we go. Let's get back to it.
Set a date, you ain't afraid. He ain't willing to show up. This is season 1 of Stranger Things. You crossed the wrong one. I pray to God you say you're Grace Smith and Wesson, Mickey Rourke. Overtime will change your face. Glock 40, clock him in. This is just his day to day. Springfield, no simping, son. This Maggie about to change your pace. Take a deep breath. You better hold it tight. Like that bitch that ghosted you and disappeared like poltergeist. Your boys are right to avoid the fight. My best advice is not to test me like a neck full of moissanite. I'm cold as ice. The scene hated you overnight. You're fighting to put on a show. It's sad he won't show up to fight. So roll the dice, or bitch, I will. Face the truth, or you could die on that high hill. He gon' lie until he's dead, then he'll lie still. But it's best he watch his step like a minefield. You was never really down for whatever. And in your blood, you would die under pressure. So stay your ass inside, you won't survive in this weather. More fire than the devil. I'ma grab a light at 25 on the dresser, I'll be okay.
I like that delivery.
Let them know that they could all get it. Something wrong with them, they don't get along with them. Everything is sweet until they see you was never really down for whatever. And in your blood, you would die under pressure. So stay your ass inside, you won't survive in this weather. More fire than the devil. I'ma grab a light at 25 on the dresser, I'll be okay. He got that dog in him. Fuck around and make a typo, let them know that they could all get it. Something wrong with them, they don't get along with them. Everything is sweet until they see you got that dog in him.
He had a dying of high blood pressure line in there. that is a crazy bar, actually. Like, I heard it and I kind of did a double take in my mind, and I'm like, did he just make a blood pressure bar? And he did, because I was double taking, just making sure. I'm like, did I hear that right? Definitely did. That was awesome. Also, this whole time I'm noticing this dog, and they've just got like the cutest dog in here in this broken cage. I'm like, this thing definitely looks aggressive. I'm gonna edit the video and show a bunch of cute puppies. Yeah, I mean, you got one in there, you just throw in the rest. I think it's funny because it is a pit bull, but it really, I think there was there 2 or just the one, because it almost looked like it's a puppy, or at least a younger dog. He does a few that are worth re-listening to a few times. Yeah, I know, like with a song like this, if I re-listen to it in a hole. I'd just be always finding new things every time I listen to it. That's some of my favorite things about songs like this, is that there's always something new that you can find that maybe you missed out last time. Yeah, very, very cool. Let me add this to my playlist. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then yeah, Courage the Cowardly Dog, that'd work. Hard Target also dropped an album yesterday. Oh, really? Nice. Let me pull. Was this on that? Oh, it was on that. At this point, who cares? That's a good name for an album. Looks like one of those songs did pretty well. One of the singles, I'm assuming, Blasphemy. 135,000 listens. Oh, he's got Simple Man on there, on one of his songs. Is that one of the ones that we heard, actually? The Promised Land? That one sounds familiar. That track was on it in about 4 tracks and 5 ones from last year. Blasphemy was a big diss track that was very popular. Oh, okay. I do. That's one thing that's specific to rap that I always like. On one hand, it's kind of funny, but also it kind of goes crazy, where you just get all these diss tracks back and forth between, like, no matter where you're at in the rap game, there's always diss tracks. Like, whether it's small artists to like the biggest artists like Eminem, like there's always diss tracks, and they're always entertaining. Yeah, I think we heard that. That's what I thought. I was like, I think I remember that from last week or the week before. If I ever relearn an instrument and form a band, I'm calling it what my gaming friends called me when I'm hopping into the Discord with my tree pollenology voice. Birch tree. Oh, jeez. No, that sounds like a good like metal band or black metal band name. Yucky. I think it did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. I think I remember that one. Ishi and Simple are both on Trailer Made Records, and Simple and HD did a collab album last year. Trailer Made Boys. It's like Trailer Park Boys. Alrighty. Okay, we're actually on to Sorry Song up next. Eric Gronwall, Born to Break, from an upcoming album. Very baller. Born to Break. That thumbnail's already looking crazy. Okay. Let's hear it. If I remember right, wasn't the last song we heard from him also from the same upcoming album? Because I remember really, really liking that one too. So we'll see how this one pans out. I'll be at his first 2 solo shows in 1 month. Hey, that is awesome. That's dope. I hope you have a wonderful time at both of those. Yep, album drops May 22nd. That's really not too far from now. A little under a month. Very like power metal-y right now.
We took the punches, we crossed the line. I hit the bottom but got up all night. You had a ball and I broke the chain. Makes all the difference that we both the same. Oh, life
let me pause here. This feels very reminiscent of Billy Idol, especially some of his newer, I say newer stuff from like 10-15 years ago on his album I think it's Kings and Queens of the Underground. Yeah, that's what it is. To me, it kind of fits in that sort of same genre, that rock genre right there, and I'm liking it so far. I also like the use of the backing vocals on this and the layering. The way that the vocals are layered just is really sitting nicely with me. He's got like the main vocals mostly up front. They're probably slightly panned left and right. And then you've got some very far backing ones on the left side. There might be some quieter ones on the right, but it's really, really hard to tell. I think the right is mostly reserved for instrumentation in this case. But so far, I'm definitely enjoying this. Aside from fear of flying and taking an international flight, all good. Oh, geez. Yeah, I've only been on a plane once, and I did not like that. Well, I enjoyed being on the plane, but I didn't like the idea of it. But mine is for a different reason. I'm a frequent restroom user, specifically number 2. So I'm like, I don't like being on planes for a long time when there's only like one bathroom, 2 max. So a completely different reason of being scared of flights. Faster speed would transform this into power metal. Yeah, definitely. Because it's right on the verge of being that, but like I said, I think it actually leans a little bit more into like that Billy Idol sound. Yeah, that has that vibe. Last time I flew was 2007, my ears popped and wouldn't unpop. Oh, that sounds miserable. Yeah, my first time and only time was 2020. It's either 2022 or 2023. I think 2023. And luckily it was only like a 2-hour flight, so it wasn't too bad. All right, anyways, I'll go back a little more and then we'll get back into it.
We bet it all and we roll the dice. There's no denying it, we pay the price. You held your ground in the dead of the night. We lost the battle, but we won the fight. Life ain't what it seems. Oh, from a whisper to a scream, scream, scream. Yeah, come with me. We're not the flame. We're living it up, living it our way. The ground will shake. We're about to break. I was never the one to jump back and run, even if time is waiting for none. I'm gonna rise, I'm gonna be stronger than ever. I was never the one to jump back and run, even if time is waiting for none. I'm gonna rise, I'm gonna be stronger than ever. Oh, from a whisper to a scream, scream, scream. Come on.
I like that.
We're not the flame. We're living it up, living it our way. The ground will shake. We're about to break. We're not the flame. We're living it up, living it our way. The ground will shake. We're about to break.
Heck yeah, I like that extended little run there.
About to break.
Yeah, I think that's a good song. I don't think I like it quite as much as the previous one, which I actually believe was Bad Bones, which is popping up right there, if I remember right. But I still do really like it. I do like what seems to be a very definite Billy Idol inspiration. I could be wrong, but it definitely sounds that way when I'm hearing it, at least on first listen. I'm a pretty big Billy Idol fan, so definitely adds up that I would enjoy this. Very catchy. I like his vocals on this, as per usual, though. He's a good vocalist. I think he sounds good. But yeah, I do like the sort of semi-mix between power metal-ish into the more classical rock sound as well. It's a nice little combo. Doesn't like get super experimental, but I wouldn't really want it to either with a song like this, because when I'm listening to music like this, I want it to be what it is. If that makes any sense at all. But yeah, good stuff for sure. Definitely always in for a treat with Eric Gronwall, at least so far. Love that he doesn't take himself too seriously. I talk about that all the time. I love when artists can include like humorous things, or like they're not too serious about everything they do, because it makes for a better time, both I would imagine for them, but also for the audience and everybody else. Lots of 80s 90s influence, but more modern. Yes, exactly, that's 100% what it is. Does listening to music on flights not help? I usually just sleep through flights. I don't often have issues. I will say on my one, I guess technically 2 flights, because I flew back too, I kind of wasn't thinking about that. I had noise canceling headphones on and my ears didn't really pop that I remember, but it's also going to be different for every person, and it's also going to depend on where you're flying, how fast you're flying. Like there's a lot of different factors that are going into that. Also probably depends on the build quality of the plane, if I had to guess. Alrighty. Up next, which I'll actually call that the last song of the night, just in case anybody else wanted to slip in a song. So I'm gonna mark that fast spot down to 0. So we're in for the last one, which is from Holodoko, One Ok Rock, Skyfall. Oh, that's gonna be tough finding that chat. Let me see if I can find your chat from earlier that you like had all the specific details, because now it was so long ago, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Yeah, if you could pull that up again, Holodoka, it looks like the chat logs for that far up aren't showing up anymore. They went away, at least for the current live stream, so I can't see them anymore. They're too far up. Because I even hit the Control F and it didn't pop up, unfortunately. I was going to copy it, but it wouldn't let me copy and paste from the chat for whatever reason, so that definitely would have helped, but I couldn't do it. Okay, One Ok Rock Ambitions. (2018) full concert. Click on the video with the channel name that ends with LP. Timestamp is 1:58:21. Okay. Oh, yep, there it is. Immediately.
Enjoy convenience.
And then that timestamp. I'll get to that here in a second. Okay, 1:58:21. There we go, 1:58:17. Close enough. Literally, I can just do this too. There we go. Now we're exactly where we need to be. Definitely different per person. My husband usually gets headaches. Wondering if good earbuds or plugs keep them from popping. That would be good. Hopefully they do for your case if you have a pair. It's a song that features the lead singers of three other bands. Jeez. Masato from Cold Rain, Ma from Sim, and Koi from Crossfaith. Those are all bands I've never heard of, so this is going to be very, very interesting. And I'm sure it's going to be an insane performance then. I have a lot of air coming up right now, so sorry if I'm burping. Alrighty. Anyways, let's get into it. One Ok Rock, Skyfall.
ここ東京ドームにその仲間を降臨させたいと思います。準備はいいですか？
That guy looks super metal right now.
This song is called Skyfall. The time has come for this special collaboration. Sam, Coltrane, Crossface, the Japanese Dream Team, ladies and gentlemen.
Dream Team, baby. All right, let me pause really quick. This is really, really good so far. These harmonies that they're putting on sound awesome because you're just getting these singers that really, they don't sound super similar at all. So you're just getting a wide range for a harmony to have, and it still sounds really good. Although I think there's a theory behind that where technically different sounding voices in a harmony will sonically sound better as long as they're at, I think it's different pitches or something, slightly different pitches. So when you have different vocalists like this, it has the opportunity to sound really, really good, which is odd because you also have groups like ABBA where when they harmonize, they kind of not necessarily sound the same, but their voices match so well that they literally call it a third voice. So it's like the opposite of that, but sounds good in its own way. If you have seen Attack on Titan, Sim did the song The Rumbling. Oh, let me pull that up really quick, because just to make sure I am thinking of the right Attack on Titan theme, because they had a lot. I actually just finished Attack on Titan last December. Okay, yeah, I do. Okay, I have heard that then. Rumbling, 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 rumbling. Okay, well, that's kind of sick. That's a little fun fact. Team Japan is a great place for music overall. It's amazing how almost any type of music could attract massive audiences in Japan. Yeah, and that I've talked about it a little bit before, but Japan, it's interesting because they tend to be with the music that's currently popular, they're like 10 to 20 years behind what's currently popular in the US, and that's not a bad thing at all. It just means that there's like a second wave of new music in a style, in like genres that aren't quite as popular in the US as they used to be. So for people like me, like when they're going through these phases with music that I used to like a lot that the US doesn't really get into anymore, I'm like, wow, this is awesome, and I'm really happy about it. Of course, that's kind of my theory. It's what I've noticed based on songs that I get sent in from Japan, is that tends to be what I'm noticing is that trend. But I could be wrong in general. I don't know enough about it to be certain. Somebody could fill me in, I guess, more on that if they wanted to. But it's almost like a time capsule of music where they take a style that maybe hasn't been popular for 10, 20 years and modernize it a bit and really just add a lot of extra flair to it and make it sound new again. Okay, anyways, though. Oh, the eyeliner dude is the Sim lead singer? Oh, okay. That adds up. That adds up with a song like Rumbling being on the discography. Alright, let's hear it. Oh, that guitar riff is crazy. vocals are so good here.
I want to be rich.
No, no. I might have to invest in premium. That is unfortunate. Okay, there we go. Immediately back to it. He's got the moves going on.
Thinking of the promises we made. Look at the sky. Look at the sky. Nothing left for me to find. Oh, gone, gone, gone. Just die. From Cold Rain, Ma from Sim, Koya from Close Face. 奴らにもう一度でかい拍手は。ありがとな。さあ。あと俺らにできること、この場所でくたばることだけで即興だべ。
All right. Well, I just want to point it out really quick. Let me take off the watermark just for a second here. I like the way this guy looks. I like the way he dresses. I like his hairstyle. I like the way he looks. Giving him a compliment here. Did they say that was Koi? Koi from Crossfire? He's got a nice style. That is meme worthy. You definitely aren't wrong. I pretty much only listen to Japanese music nowadays. Okay, I'm glad to hear that I'm not just like, because I've been forming that theory for a while and I was pretty confident in it, because every time I hear stuff from Japan, it's just like a time capsule. That's the best way to put it, and I just love it because, like I said, they add new flares to older genres that maybe haven't been as popular in the US for a while. Have a great night, Pop. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hopefully you have a wonderful week as well. I don't know about music from Japan, but their audiences seem to be more open and accepting in general. I like Lorna Shore got maybe 2,000 crowd in Japan, but Ginger in the Philippines got maybe 400 only. Oh yeah, it almost feels like people in Japan have a more niche, or like, I guess they're more accepting of niche artists, if that makes any sense. But I don't know. That's just from my perspective, I guess. Japan seems to like Death Grips. Hey, there we go. One fan said a band like Death Grips can only come out of the USA. Yeah, and that's definitely some. The USA, we just have such a large music industry that we do come out with a lot of just odd bits here and there of just interesting music that's completely different than the rest of the world. But that's kind of how it's always been. Now, though, more than ever. One Ok Rock is known for helping bands that don't sell out in Japan by opening for them. They did it for 21 Pilots and got them a huge following. That is actually so cool to opening for a smaller band than you is crazy. That's awesome. They're supposed to do the same for Linkin Park before Chester's at, yeah, and that's sad. Tokyo Dome holds 60,000, I believe. 60,000, dang. Also, Tokyo Dome, that name goes crazy. One Ok Rock sold out Nissan Stadium in 2026, though, which is 70,000. They actually just released a movie about that concert. Maybe that'll be something I have to check out. Ready? How much do I have to donate for you to watch the Flip a Coin Netflix documentary? I'm trying to think of a way I'd be able to do that, because the only reason I haven't watched any films or things like that on the channel is because that's a lot more risky when it comes to copyright than songs are. It's a very thin line. I might be able to get away with it if it was small clips at a time, though, but it's hard to say with Netflix. Alright. Anyways, though, I really, really like that song. I just want to put that out there one more time. I think they all did a wonderful, wonderful performance. And yeah, I'll call it there. So anyways, hopefully everybody has a wonderful night or day wherever you are. Thank you so much to everybody that sent in any donations, song requests, etc., likes, chats, subscriptions, whatever. I appreciate it all so very much. So yeah, have a wonderful night or day, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.